Hello. Hello. Nothing bad happened. Everything is fine. Everything is as it should be. The world is right. Beautiful. Amazing. Also, hi, Grant. I'll jump into a voice call with you in a second. I didn't want to be trying to yap about me going to this con while having you here in the voice call at the same time. Oh shit, I scared him away. No, Susie, how could you? Now I have to find another game to play. Damn, how unfortunate. Can't decide if I want to eat leftover pizza or go to Raising Cane's. What's your food budget for the week? That's what I ask myself when I'm like, okay, do I get takeout / delivery or do I eat leftovers? And then I'm like, okay, I don't have the budget to go do takeout delivery, then we're gonna eat leftovers. Took the weekend off of being pescatarian, so it's the last time I would be able to eat chicken. That is fair. I mean, you could get chicken on pizza. Could do that in theory. Oh my god, look at y'all. You can redeem more cheese. More cheese. Amazing. But yeah, the con was fun. I got to meet... I can't remember his name for the life of me, and I feel kind of bad about it. The English VA for Light Yagami, among many other characters from Death Note, which was really cool. So I got him to sign one of the prints on the table that I can actually put in my work office, and it's a quote from the show. So it's the only one who can create a better world is me, which out of context is pretty inspiring, but like in context of the show, it's like, oh, Light, what are we doing here, bud? So it was fun. We got to meet him. A lot of vendors, a lot of cool people. Squish. I squish smiles. Boop. Probably one of the best purchases, because I try not to get too much like crocheted and plush things, just because I'm kind of running out of space behind me, though I do need to go through it and get rid of like plushies I don't want. But regardless, I'm running out of space for plushies in terms of that type of thing. So I try to limit myself, like if I'm gonna get something crocheted, like only one thing. So that one. His handwriting was so damn clean. He was like taking his time with it. He was like making sure to like take time with it. Derpy and Sussy Prince from K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, it's the tiger and the burb. The crow. A pigeon? It's a burb. That's all I know. The pretty knife I loved? Pretty knife. Pretty knife? What? Ray, what are you talking about? Magpie. I should remember this, because I remember talking about how we played a piece in band in college about a magpie. The print on your door. There's no prints on this door. Oh, okay. You mean my bookshelf door. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that was cool. That one was cool. That was the same seller that had a holographic foil print of Sora from Kingdom Hearts, like holding the Keyblade. So my coworker and I both got one, because I'm like, I'm not even like a Kingdom Hearts girly, but like one, the music slaps, and two, this print looks really cool. So like, I'll say I'm a Kingdom Hearts girly for the fun of it. Hi Goose, good to see you. How are you? Can we get a shout for Goose, please? Goose is a cozy streamer here on the platform. Does tarot readings, among other things like art and stuff. Goose to see you. Oh shit, that's Kingdom Hearts. No, the knife is not Kingdom Hearts. That, I think, is an original, like, concept and design. But the print, like, the holographic print, is Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. Beat me to it. Hi, Max! 37, my favorite prime number. Max, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here for 37 months. Is there any reason 37 is your favorite prime number? Or you just picked it one day and like, that's my favorite now? I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, I need to return on my screen. That. Okay. Nope, I just like it. That's fair. It is a very nice number to look at. Also, because when you add the 3 and 7 together, it gives you 10. Which 10 is also a very nice number, you know? My martial arts style was very much a fan of the number 3 and 9. 3 and 9, like the multiples, were very much the favorite of my martial arts style. It had a lot of meaning and symbolism to it, which is cool. 8. Well, 8 is not a prime number. That's not a prime number. That physically cannot be a prime number. But yeah, the con was fun. I got recognized by one person who said like, oh my god, like a trickster, hello. But they were like walking to go do something else. So I didn't get to like stop and say hi or anything. But they're like, I'm a trickster main. I'm like, we love you. Play more Dead by Daylight, please. 37 is a big number in numerology. Really? I did not know that. Feel free to tell us more because I'm actually really interested. Yeah, con was fun. I don't know when the next one I'll be going to is. Probably in the new year. You and that one other trickster player, how cute. US trickster player, let's be fair, because I think there's some like ones who are not based in the US. But yeah, we're the 2 United States trickster players. Ryan, I fucking naked for tricksters over here. Phrasing. Words. Yeah, phrasing. Where are my clothes? You could have phrased that. There were many ways you could have phrased that, but you chose not to. You know what? I'm putting that in the quote book. I'm putting that in the quotes channel. Fuck it. I make the rules around here. Also, right, I love that you sent me an image of what you were talking about. I hope you realize I don't really check Discord when I'm streaming. Where are your clothes at? Ray, take mine. I mean, if Trickster showed up, I would be naked for him too, but like... So they just knew without me having to ask you to check DMs. What a good mod. Yeah, because she saw my door, like the finished door that I did, because I did not post that in the Discord, I don't think. She saw my finished door. Then she took my underwear. I honestly forgot about that one. I guess it's because it's original and it's not like fandom stuff. But one of the last sellers that we saw had a whole bunch of Love and Deep Space shit, and I'm like, oh my god, take my money. Like, literally like an oh my god, take all of my money. Like, I nearly bought one of everything that she had, even though it was like the same designs on like multiple different types of products. So like prints, magnets. Yes, I did get magnets. My fridge is now 10 times cuter with magnets on it. I trust. Stickers. I didn't get pins because I don't have a place currently to put pins or keychains. So, and we had to double check the math because like most of the sellers will do like a buy 2 get 1 free or like a discounted stuff. So like the numbers were a little off. And she's like, oh my god, like you're my biggest order. Like, holy shit. Do you want a free tote? And I'm like, sure, I'll take a tote. So I got a tote with a Zane on it. Hold on. It's in the picture, but I'll show you anyway. On the floor right now. Yep, you're dying. Don't forget to pay your bill on the way out. Because I like some of the other ones. I also got a second Raphael sticker because I'm going to be getting a new work laptop for work, at work, soon, which I don't know how well my stickers on my current laptop are going to transfer. So I figured out of all of the 5 phrases that the love interest, like that she gave for the love interest, Raphael's was my favorite. I eat paint. Me too, buddy. It's become like, I don't want to say it's a vocal stem because I'm not sure if I'm autistic, but it's become like a thing. Like, I'll just say, I eat paint. Like, me too, buddy. Me too. My favorite is still the ribbon she gave you. Yeah, which is also based off of the quote that she gave for Silas. So it's so fair. Free panties? Can we? No, we're not stealing panties. No, Susie, no. I'm gonna fire you. Like, legitimately. I'm gonna fire you. I love Caleb's red flags. Don't mind if I do. Caleb's is really cute. Yeah. Also, Xavier's of, like, let him cook when he's fucking passed out sleeping. Also iconic as fuck. It's definitely one of Raph's headcanons. You know what? I mean, bro makes paint out of, like, almost anything, which is a talent in itself, in of itself. So, like, I would not be surprised if, like, he would, like, taste test the paint. You know, like, you know, he's 24. He's a little young and dumb at times. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I admit, out of everything you got, the favorite was the Pikmin burning the Tesla. That one was also really, really good. It was so fucking funny. Oh my god. So good. I saw that, I'm like, I have to buy it now. Like, I can't not buy it. I'm not even a Pikmin girly. Never played Pikmin in my life. Not even Smash Brothers. I never played Pikmin. But, like, I had to. I had to. Don't let that man into the kitchen. He will burn water, much like Ryland. Much like Ryland. Ryland will also burn water somehow. Some way, shape, and form he will burn water. The limited knowledge of Pikmin, it's accurate. Valid. Mary's slowly teaching him to cook. Very slowly. Very, very slowly. He still burns the pancakes. Even though, like, he's staring at it and can see the smoke starting to come from the pancake. He's like, no, must let it sit longer. Yeah, this week's stream schedule is gonna be not weird. It's gonna be, I guess, normal in a way, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so Monday's stream is gonna start a little later because of evening schedule, so I can't technically start streaming until 10 minutes before 8 p.m. because 8 p.m. is technically when I'm off work. Beyond Two Souls will continue on Tuesday, and then next Sunday, as of right now, unless if Grant's schedule changes, we will be continuing with Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. What's normal? I don't know. I guess just the status quo. I did also, like, I was gonna record a video about 1,000 hours of DBD today, and then, not that I forgot, it's more of just, like, in the hours I have been playing DBD, I haven't been actually taking notes on things that I want to see change or things that I think are good, because I have nothing in the good category. I have nothing in the good area of my notes right now, so that's kind of a problem. So I hope to try to record that maybe tomorrow, maybe. True, hate that game. Still continues to play it. So I want to try to record it so that, like, when I do hit 1,000 hours into DBD, I could just do the thing and just have it go live. Pikmin 2 is my favorite chillax game. Louis is a psycho. I mean, I would not know. I've never played Pikmin. It never seemed like my vibe, personally. I do also want to do, like, not like a deep dive into Love and Deep Space, but like this is a new player's perspective of Love and Deep Space, because holy shit, I have thoughts and feelings. I have so many thoughts and feelings about Love and Deep Space. Not because, like, characters are hot. Yes, absolutely. But, like, there's definitely things that could be very much improved upon. Louis would light the world on fire and be okay with it. I have no idea who Louis is. I just assume that's a student of mine. Considering this is the first week of classes. Yay! And they're still admitting students. Yay! And we have nothing available. Yay! I had a student come to me on Friday and was like, so, like, why is nothing available? And I'm like, so, like, why did you try only starting to register for classes yesterday when he's been here since, like, at least last semester? Like, I have -5 sympathy for you, actually. Like, all of my sympathy no longer exists, thank you. It's a huge pet peeve. Like, brother, you've been here. You've been here a hot minute. Why are you not registered? Why did you only start trying to register for classes the Thursday before the semester starts? Hurts me. It hurts me inside. It hurts me so much. If you'll make that video. It has to come after the Dead by Daylight video, because the Dead by Daylight video I've been talking about for a while. At least in my head, I've been talking about it for a while. So, yeah, the lads video will come eventually. I feel like I have to be a little bit more immersed into it. Like, I think I have to go through, like, a couple more banners first to see, like, how that structure runs. Because, like, this is my really, like, my only, like, third banner that because I started during the wedding banner. Then there was Xavier's Myth. And then now we're in Beach banner. So, like, I feel like I need to go through a couple more of those cycles first before I feel, like, more confident with, like, making a video. Because, like, also, I fear the Love and Deep Space community. Because, not that they're territorial, they're very informative, but also very scary. At the same time. Because it's like, well, like, don't mischaracterize the characters. I'm like, okay. Like, okay. Just a soapbox real quick about this before we bring Grant in here to do this. So this is why I wanted to start early, so that we don't spend 45 minutes of me yapping about random shit, okay? So the main story of Love and Deep Space is free content. Anyone can play it anytime. It's not locked behind paywalls, right? But you have the memory cards, right? And, like, you have your 5-star memories, which can be myths and bond stories and memoria, which they all range from, like, okay, this is a canon part of the story versus, like, this is a myth that, like, is technically canon, but is not necessarily directly related to the main story that is, like, actually happening right now. And the thing is, like, when I first re-met Caleb later on down the line, I thought he was a dickbag. And then I started to realize, like, oh, wait, he's under mind control. So, like, part of him is still there, but, like, part of him is not him. Or at least that's my perception of it, because I haven't unlocked the other crucial details of his storyline that is locked behind memories that I don't have and don't have a way to fully access everything, because you have to level shit up. I missed the event that it was a part of, like, all of this stuff. So, like, my thing is that if it is a crucial piece of factual information that is tying to the main story, it should be free content. You should not have to rank up cards. You should not have to be blessed by being part of an event, it should just be part of the main story, or like you must complete like this level of the main story to unlock this thing. Because like people are saying specifically with Caleb that like, oh, like people just don't understand his story because like they haven't read all of it. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to read all of it if I don't have access to it in game? Sure, I can go off game, go online to read it, but if I didn't have the prior knowledge and information of knowing from Twitter that, hey, these things are actually canon to the story, so they're important, instead of thinking like, oh, like these are just cute little memory shit of like, oh, like go off and do your own thing with this love interest. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? That is my pet peeve. Myths are important. They tell a lot about love interests, character, and past. That's how I stopped hating Silas and understood Caleb. But that's the thing, though, is like all of those myths are locked behind. You have to be a part of the event. You have to partake in the event that has the myth in question, or you get the associated card and then slowly have to unlock the myth by ranking up the card, which takes forever to do because the game is just shit with resources and resource management. So like it's really unfair because I'm trying to work my way through the myth with Caleb because I have the cards associated, but I just have no way of doing it in a timely manner. There's no way I can do it right now. There's absolutely no way. And like I try as much as I can not to watch anything that I haven't already seen on YouTube. Because I want to experience it in the game. Like, I shouldn't have to rely on YouTube to understand a character's backstory. I shouldn't have to do that. So, that's the part that has me, like, super frustrated. Because, like, people get mad on Twitter for people mischaracterizing a character. It's like, well, what do you expect when the content that's core to a character's character and personality and what happened to them is unavailable from the get-go? How are you supposed to know that? How are you supposed to know that information? It's just, that's one of my big pet peeves with it. Like, because especially like with myths, if they're so key to understanding a character, then why make it available in some way for your free players or your players who missed the event, and not make it like impossible to get it while also trying to focus on five other things at the same time. That is my soapbox for today. We're gonna go play Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and I'm gonna give Grant a phone call once I get into game here. Hello? Hello, hello? Hello?
Blee blah blue. Hi.
Hello. Sorry, I did not want to put you through everything I just talked about. While just sitting there with your thumbs twiddling like, okay, Gray's just gonna go on a rant now, it's fine.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Alright, let me lower the streaming quality here. Why does it auto default to that? I don't like that. That's fine.
You're like, I hate how it shows you the best quality. How dare it?
How dare. They started doing reruns this year, but they have their own pity system and it sucks. Yeah. I mean, it's not even, I mean, it should be fair. Like, I haven't even been here long enough to do reruns. So that's why, like, I want some time to pass before I actually, you know, make a video on that. So. But yes, we have a Grant. It's a Grant's voice. Yes, we do. We do have him. And why game? Hello. There we go. Okay. Hello. So, last week we stayed in trial the entire time.
Yeah.
We met the Three Stooges, as in the other witnesses to the alleged crime. And their characters, all right.
Yeah.
Their characters.
I really hate the one with the lip, and I hope he goes away forever after this.
I hope we never see him. I hope he goes to a place that isn't here.
Can stay, but the lip has to go.
God, what was his name? Was his name Lip?
No, I just made that up.
No, that would be funny if his name was Lip. It was something related to gossip, I think. Because that's what he sells people is gossip.
Gossip and sandwiches testimony.
Sandwich, big ass lip, and Katy Perry firework. Baby, you're a firework.
Katy Perry dressed up like Red Riding Hood.
Wait. Oh, chat on the side is not working. Where is chat? That's a good question. I don't know where chat is.
I can see chat. I had to refresh though because the actual game wasn't showing.
No. On the actual overlay.
Oh, it isn't popping up on stream.
Oh, it's because I turned it off on another overlay. So I have to fix that later. That's weird because I turned it off on my raid scene overlay, which is not what I wanted. Oh, I guess because they're in the same alerts folder. Oh, boo. I hate that. Okay.
And we're back.
Okay. Yeah, so we found out, well, we got a firecracker, which we can eventually prove to the court, aka the judge, because there's no one else, that the firecracker is what made the loud bang.
These things would be great for pranks.
Right?
Just
And
like light it under someone's chair, scare the crap out of them.
oh my god. And we also learned that there is a board with that bloody handprint on it that was behind the door that must have been moved in between when everyone came into the scene of the crime to when the police showed up. So I forget where we were in the questioning, but we're about to find out after I take a bite of my sandwich. Grant, is there anything else that I'm forgetting that's kind of key for plot recap?
We got the firecracker. We got the photograph of the victim, I believe. And the sandwich is an alcoholic. I don't think there's anything else that is like plot relevant as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if I was sandwich, I'd probably be an alcoholic too.
What's in your sandwich? My sandwich is, I think, turkey, bacon, lettuce, and maybe tomato. I'm an
just finished
alcoholic.
eating my sandwich. I'm an alcoholic.
That killed me.
It did. I love the 2 different recaps. I actually re-listened to it. It was great.
All right. Oh, are we in cross? Oh, we're in cross. Okay. Okay, maybe I did sneak along behind gossip and have a little... Okay, so we finished, so we pressed her on this.
Maybe
Because originally she had said she didn't go into the room. And then, like, something in her testimony was like, wait, how would you have known this if you didn't go into the room? And then we got her to amend her testimony. So that's where we ended.
We pressed statement 4, and I think we pursued sandwich. We looked at the notice board. Now it says present on the new statement 4.
New statement 4.
Which I think is that one.
Well, this is statement 2. Maybe I did sneak along behind gossip and have a little peek into the room where it all happened. Let's actually look at statement 4. Let's see if we actually pressed anything here yet. It was the Reaper, I bet. He's got a face that screams bored.
There's 5 statements now.
Yeah, there's 5 statements.
No, there's supposed to be 5 statements. But that's new. I ran to the room and there he was, the Reaper gun in the hand, standing over the dead body. So this one's new. This statement's different.
Okay, so we didn't press this statement.
We have not pressed that.
So
but
we
I think
have to press this one.
No, I think we pressed the previous statement 4, which was I ran into the room and there he was, the Reaper gun in hand, standing over the dead body. Because I think that's what Gossip used to say. And then we pursued Sandwich, which gave us the notice board, I think.
No, notice board we already got.
It said that's whenever we should get the notice board and then we examine it.
Well, the notice board we already have.
Yeah, which is why it's
that
saying
we got that a while ago, though.
Oh, that is. It should. That's weird. Okay.
Because that's how we got the bloody handprint. That's how we were able to determine, like, oh, Gossip fell over, got blood on his hand, wiped it on the board. That's what caused the handprint on the board. And that's where we were able to determine where the board was in the room.
Did we already choose the board moving? Maybe. Hold on. Let me take a look here. Is it the next statement?
So we pressed Venus, then we pursued someone with Venus, and then we got her statement to change. Statement 2.
I see. I'm looking in the wrong statements. That's what the
That's
issue
what.
is.
Yeah, it sounded like that. Yeah.
Press statement 2. Pursue Sandwich. Why do we keep pursuing Sandwich?
Oh, because he's the alcoholic who knows all.
He's the alcoholic that's too truthful. That's why.
Yeah, because he's the one selling out or sorting out their lies.
I think all these guys are kind of a dickheads. I'm the only truthful guy, which is the reason why I don't make money. It says press the new statement 2 for Venus.
Okay. I chose the wrong time to take a bite of my sandwich, didn't I?
It's alright. I completely consumed my sandwich before we called.
I didn't because I spent 2 hours redoing one of my boards in my room.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That was fun. My hands started to hurt after a while. So did my butt for sitting on the floor.
Mm.
Sandwich make me want a sandwich and a beer? I mean, you can do what you want, Susie. You can do whatever you want, Lieutenant.
I thought it was chips and beer. Thought that was the average British delicacy.
Fish and chips.
Yeah. I think it's like people go to pubs not because they want to drink, just because they want to have.
No,
like,
Susie, not
with
4. No.
4 beer. Why 4? Are you chugging them? Like,
Susie, you're working right now. You're on the clock. Also, we're not trying to promote binge drinking either. Alright. You make a habit of lying, don't you, Miss Venus? Well, I suppose so. I don't really know, to be fair. If you want my advice, though, I'd take everything I say with a big pinch of salt. Oh, okay.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Venus?
Alright. Well, you did in fact go to the room where the victim was killed in the day of question, didn't you? Also, isn't lying on the stand, like, bad?
Yeah, you're perjuring yourself. The issue,
and also because like you throw like that like leads the court to like throw out like all of your testimony of like, okay, like you're proving you can't be trusted. Why should the court trust anything that you're gonna say? Essentially,
yeah. The idea is if the court can't trust anything you say on the stand, then there's no point in hearing your testimony. Which is usually the point of the defense, and that's kind of what we're supposed to be doing. It's just kind of funny how essentially
nothing is done.
Yeah. I mean, it's unheard of to have more than one person on the stand testifying anyways, so this is like it's already like weird in regards to like legality. I think the biggest issue is how little there is like punishment for whenever you are caught in a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because it's really hard to prove that you're being malicious when you're lying.
Right.
You have to have somebody like intentionally leave some type of track saying, I'm going to lie for this reason on the stand. And it's really hard to do that whenever you're like a judge or a lawyer.
Right.
Because usually it would be after the fact.
Because also, like, I would assume that depending on whose witness you are, so like if you're on the side of the prosecution or the defense, they will prep you for like, hey, this is what we're gonna ask you, and this is what you're gonna have to talk about to the court.
There's usually also a deposition beforehand. So usually if there's like some issue being asked about beforehand, then the prosecution or defense attorney will like basically say, or
they'll like stop court and be like, hey, we need to talk about something without like in the absence of the jury.
Yeah, more often that's what usually happens whenever like there's a big blunder that neither the person that,
because this actually happened in the retrial for Karen Reed, because I forget which side she was on as like a witness. I forget if she was prosecution or defense, but during cross, the opposing attorney was like starting to dig into her backstory, I guess to say, like her background, her knowledge, her history, and saying like, okay, well, you did all of these cases back in this time period, but also like we have like there's all these other things that said like this time period, like none of these cases got tried correctly. Is this true? And the court basically had to be like, no, we can't talk about that because it was not fact submitted into evidence, like it's not common knowledge. So they had to like pull the jury out to talk to the attorneys like, hey, can we bring this up? Can we talk about this? And like either if a witness or like the actual person asking the questions brings it up, then the other side can also talk about it. So it's like it's opening a doorway.
I still remember there was a trial for this murder case, and essentially at the end, whenever the guy was found not guilty, at the very end, the guy basically said to, I think it was either his ex-wife or something, it's like, I got away with it, bitch. And because of that line, the entire trial was redone.
Oh, of course. Of course it's going to go up on appeal on that. Yeah.
He was found guilty.
Like, it's on record. Like, dude, no.
It was just so funny because the video itself shows the end of that trial and then the beginning and the new one, like, right after it with, like, we find the defendant guilty.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Again, I picked a wrong time to take a bite of my sandwich.
It's alright. You think I'm going to say more, but I don't, because I don't like being interruptive to people.
No, you're fine.
I still have to research something regarding the O.J. Simpson trial, because there's something some of my family mentioned about it that I'm not entirely certain is true, but it's interesting if it's true. I wasn't alive during that time, obviously, so I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't seen anything about it either, so...
Alright. Oh, please, as if I would. I can't think of anything more terrifying.
The truth, please. Wow, imagine a prosecutor wanting truth.
I know, right? Well, alright, just a bit then. Just a bit? Just the tip, as my shirt says? How much is a bit? 1% of the truth? Just the tip, I promise, with Ghostface on it. Can't wear this in front of students.
Just imagine it. Oh, it's like a hot version of Ghostface, too.
Yes, it is a hot version of Ghostface. I got a print of Bill and Stu from the first Scream movie, and I asked the seller, "Oh, is this the guys from Ghostface?" And they said yes. And my coworker, who I think for the context of the story, I think it's important to mention that he's black. He looked at me and was like, why are you getting a print of like 2 white dudes on it? Like, who are these people? I'm like, oh, it's the guys from Scream, from the movie. And he's like, oh, I've never seen it. I'm like, don't worry, I saw it like last year. Like, you're fine.
I've only seen Scary Movie, which makes fun of that movie.
Which Scream is making fun of slasher movies, which is even funnier.
Yeah. Maybe that's the reason why they referenced it so much, because it's like a parody of like a parody.
That's fun. I also thought just the tip. I mean, a girl my age is curious about stuff, you know?
I don't even know how old you are.
Wait, hold on. We have a court record. Hold on. Wait a second. We could look that up, maybe. Oh, okay, no age. No age. None of these people have ages. All right.
What we don't know is that Venus is like 33 and Venus is like 28. Sorry, Sandwich is 28 and Venus is 33.
Potentially.
That's what alcoholism does to you guys.
Did you touch anything at the scene? Oh, please, as if I would. I mean, there was a dead body on the floor. I say she's 16. I mean, she could be.
She could be. I don't know. The truth, please.
I love that, like, we ask a question, she's like, oh, as if I would. And then Cosmo's like, bitch, just tell us the fucking truth already. And she's like, fine, okay.
Okay, senpai.
Well, all right, just a bit then. I ought to look around to see if there's anything I could sell.
How much are you paying this person?
I'm sorry. Did she take something from the crime scene?
So you're a pickpocket. You're a little
So she's a
scavenger.
kleptomaniac. Maybe she's Maya's ancestor.
Yeah. She gets with, what's-her-face over there and forms Maya's family line.
So I did give the place a once-over, but it was nothing to write home about. Right. Now I hesitate to ask, but you didn't move the notice board by any chance, did you? Oh, please, as if I would touch anything like that. Just a few bits of loose change is all I had. What the fuck are you talking about? No one's asking how much money you have.
The truth, please.
Third time's the charm, maybe. Oh, the music died down. That's always a good sign. Well, all right then. I thought there might be something worth having underneath it. So I blasted the flippin' thing. Sorry, flipped the blasted thing.
I can't tell which one's the real one.
Yeah, really?
I guess. You did move the board.
Oh, he's so cute right here. He's so cute. I love him. I think that did slip out, didn't it? What? You daft bar pot? Barn pot?
What?
Barn
I
pot?
don't know
What's
what
a
that
bar?
is.
Susie, translate. What is this? What is this word?
What is Old Cockney?
What is old cockney? What is this word? Take a shot every time Cosmo says the truth.
You can't handle the truth. I don't believe it. The girl doesn't think.
So, did you find anything then? I actually don't know. I figured it was a long shot. I figured I would ask. Something that you might have taken, perhaps, to sell. Oh, please, I should be so lucky. My imagination.
The truth. No.
Oh my god. I love the dynamic duo we got going on here. This is great. I might have found this old pocket watch under the notice boards, I suppose.
Oh my fucking god.
You literally took evidence from the crime scene and it went ahead. Hold on. History? What did you say? Might have found this old pocket watch under the notice board, I suppose. But a bit of old junk like this can't be worth much if you ask. Ah.
Oh,
Gina?
hi. Gina, what's up?
So it was you, was it? You're the one what took it. Oh, maybe it
she took
was
It's
Gregson's.
a good thing. This might be a good thing.
Yeah.
If she took it, that means the police didn't take it, which means they couldn't hit it.
Right. Northern English version of idiot. Oh, thank you, thank you. Also, Angry Cosmo's kind of blush felt. Gina?
Young lady, may I remind you where you are?
I don't think she cares, sir. That watch right there. That was a present to Inspector Gregson from the yard for a big case solved 10 years ago.
Oh, God.
Oh.
What if he has stuff in it? What if he has, like, secret notes?
Oh, shit! The professor case, no doubt, which matches what was on the board, because the board had professor stuff on it.
Who the fuck gives a watch for solving a case where nobles were killed?
I don't know.
It's like giving a Rolex for 30 years of service.
I don't know, man. I just work here. Poorly. Boss used to wind it up every evening without fail when he was waiting for his grub to come at the pub. Why would he wait for his grub to come at the pub when he has unlimited fish and chips?
He has to recharge it. He goes to the pub for the complete incantation so he can refill the charge.
Oh my god, he has to recharge it with like a fucking power cable. One of those Tesla power cables, oh my fucking god.
I was actually thinking of like some type of like circle where they have to put the actual code inside and perform some type of ritual where they sacrifice like a pig or something so they can recharge its Eldritch like magic.
Oh my god. I see. I swiped it off him once and blimey was he upset. Gave me right earful. So you haven't missed a day in the last 10 years polishing it and winding it.
Jesus Christ.
Meant the world to him, that watch did. Possibly not the best thing to go diving for then. It's not all that though. I took it to Jabez's that night to ask how much it was worth, but the old dealer wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't give me a penny for it, said it wasn't working. Knocked about and worthless, he called it. Maybe maybe you're right. Maybe the inner workings of the clock is not physically in there.
I'm also thinking that if the guy might have taken a look at that watch and said, "Ooh, that's too hot for me," and just send her away.
Right. Because, like, if the guy knew, like, oh, shit, this is Gregson's watch. Because, like, if this was the night of the murder, like, it may have not gotten around that...
Underworld knows things about, like, other, like, law-abiding items that should not be taken.
I knew I should have lifted it.
That watch must be submitted as evidence at once.
Bet. Thank you, Cosma. Lurk Jazzy wrangling time. Okay, Susie, have a good lurk. He has to put up with pub pies before his fish and chips are recharged. Oh, please. Just so long as you promise to give it back when we're done. No.
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 You stole something. That doesn't mean...
Not a chance. I'll swipe it from you if you try to get your grubby mitts on it again.
And she's also bigger than you, so...
Yeah, true.
That's enough. Hand the watch to the bailiff forthwith. 1 second, let me get down from here.
The bailiff being you, Judge. Now, children, watch your manners.
Here we go. I got it. Good lord. The watch appears to be broken. More likely it shattered when the inspector was shot.
Well, I wonder where she found it on the floor, though. Was it because if it was by the notice board, maybe it was like placed on the notice board?
How the hell does it get from the corner all the way over to the other corner?
What do you mean?
Like, if he's in the corner, how the hell does his watch get to the other corner of the room?
Well, the notice board... Hold on, court record, where are we? Well, if the notice board... Because the notice board was here when we arrived at the scene. Yeah. But the notice board was originally here, behind the door.
So whenever she went over then, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and the notice board had fallen over at some point. Was toppled over.
Yeah.
So
what the fuck moved it over to that corner?
yeah, that's also another question. That's why I thought this line of questioning was going to lead to. So
it's led to a watch.
Yeah, but led to a watch being found at the scene. Jazzy's wrangled, booped, and Doritos gotten. Nice. What flavor Doritos? Doesn't tick anymore either. Which is why Jabez didn't want it. What a waste, eh?
You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Mia whenever she replaced the inner workings of the Thinker.
The Thinker?
In the first, well, in the case where she technically died, spoilers, she had the parts inside the Thinker replaced with evidence. So it would stay safe. Only thing is that she set it on a line where she got like wiretapped. So.
Yes, indeed. It appears to have stopped at the hour of 5.
So, which kind of matches with the time of death, roughly. If like they heard a noise at 5 o'clock, and that's when the watch broke. If it is true that he fell, he collapsed, watch got shattered when he collapsed, then that tracks. Exactly when the gunshot was heard then. Which supports the prosecution's claim, of course. Okay, we'll inspect the pocket watch in a second. Inspector Gregson's pocket watch that he wound without fail every single day. It's no longer ticking and the glass over the face is cracked.
Well, it would appear that the mystery of the moving notice board has been solved at last.
No, it's not. I mean, I guess, like, was that her technical, like, confession of, like, yeah, I moved the notice board because I found this pocket watch in the process?
I think that's the assumption.
Okay.
Or at least that explains why there's a bloody handprint on the back.
Right. Okay.
Ooh.
So no engravings.
I see a thing.
Glass over the face is really badly cracked. Look. And it seems to shatter. Like there's a shatter, like circular mark, like right here, like 2 rings before it then splays out from it. So it's almost like here was an impact. Like this looks like the critical impact point of something.
It's not a bullet.
Yeah, it's not a bullet, because a bullet would have gone right through it.
It wouldn't have killed Gregson.
Yeah. So something else. What a shame.
We are assuming that it broke on the day in question. It could be that.
Right. Yeah. Like what a shame when the inspector clearly looked after it so carefully. I imagine Mr. Sholmes could repair it, don't you? Yes, I should think so. He's very adept at things like this. A useful man to have around, in fact.
By Sholmes, do you mean Watson?
Bruno, we're on a hate spree with this man. We don't want to associate with this man, okay? But kind of remember that he's a great detective, Mr. Naruto. Not an odd man job. Great detective, okay. How about, can we look at the notch? We can look at the notch. There's a tiny little stud sticking up from the small hole here. Look. Oh, it looks like this is cracked. Because normally when you have a pocket watch, you have like a little grip thing to help turn it and wind it. That's broken. It's not there anymore.
Do you think instead of turning it, if we push it in, it's supposed to open?
Ooh. Maybe.
This might be a cover.
Suppose it, yeah, maybe it broke forever ago and then he used it for something else. I suppose there must have been a little knob or something on that for setting the time. In that case, seeing as we know the inspector took such good care of this watch, probably broke when the incident occurred, didn't it? Yes, of course. Which could mean that there's a small part of the watch still at the scene, maybe. Well, that would prove it. Like, if there's a little knob at the scene, then this proves this was at the scene of the crime when the crime was committed and it broke then. But if it's not there,
and somewhere else,
then it didn't break that day.
It's really a good question on why there's no, like, topper for it.
Right. Yeah, he's as much of a great detective as I'm a great programmer. Valid. Oh, we can't even interact with that much more. Okay. Oh, there is something on the bottom here, too. It's like a little keyhole.
That's what I noticed.
Oh, there's a tiny little keyhole here. Can you see? Oh, yes. Go for it.
Do you think that if there's whatever we use to unlock it and then we press the top, then it actually opens up? Like,
I think
until
so.
you get whatever unlocks that lock, then and press it, then it won't pop open.
Yeah. Yes, it's probably for the winder to use to wind up the mechanism. It looks a little unusual, don't you think? Yes, you need just the right key to wind it, I imagine. Why do I feel as though I've seen something? Something a bit like a key that's about the right size to fit in this hole. Have we? Have we?
Yeah, I think it's something that we haven't looked at in a while, like a long time ago.
Oh yeah, it does look like a Pokeball. That's the one thing we took away from this conversation. It looks like a Pokeball.
I was just imagining, like, what happens if we open it and it's just a picture of Gregson, like, whenever he was younger? It's just...
That would be kind of cute, actually.
Do it for him.
It'd be wonderful if we had a key. Let's check carefully over what we've already found. Okay, so we gotta go look at everything else then, okay.
I'm glad it hints at you need to go look at other stuff.
Okay, let's start at the beginning of the court record. Definitely the armband. It's definitely that.
It's gotta be a key here somewhere.
Maybe the revolver, because it's got a little thing at the bottom here.
The murder weapon.
Or wait, police figure.
Does police figure have anything on it?
Giving it a twist causes a key-like shaft to pop out from the base. The helm of this charming policeman appears to be a little worse for wear. Not convinced about the charming part, but yes, you're right. The head part looks like it's been fairly heavily manhandled. Almost as if somebody has enjoyed twisting it around and around for fun.
Oh, okay.
Shall we try twisting it around and around too? For fun?
Holy frick.
It's a knife!
That is some kind of mechanism, goddamn.
Ah, what's that? No flared base, it's gonna get stuck. Susie, no. Appears to be some sort of key. But it's tiny though, couldn't be a key for a door, not that size. So what is it for, I wonder? Can we take it? Can we take it? Mr. Sato, do you think perhaps this key that we literally just talked about right now could be the key for Inspector Gregson's watch? Oh, yes, it could be. Let's try it at once. There's not a moment to lose. Meanwhile, the entire court is paused, listening to this conversation. I knew it. A perfect fit. Sentence was getting weirder and weirder out of context. And look, the inspector's watch has started going again. Ah, so it's obviously just not been wound up, that's all.
Damn, I was really hoping it would, like, pop
But, like,
open.
then what's the top for, then? If this is to wind it, then what's this for? What is it, Mrs. Sato? Well, if the watch isn't actually broken after all, the feeling could have profound implications. She's deep in thought now. Perhaps I better start thinking deeply, too. Perhaps to open the case. Can I click on it, though? I want to click on the top.
I want to click the thing.
I want to click it.
I'm kind of disappointed. If it is clicking, that does mean there's parts inside of it.
Yeah, that means yeah.
And as predicted, it has very little bearing on the case.
Ugh.
Now then, continue with your cross-examination, please, counsel. Blah, blah, blah.
Bystander. Okay, so we pressed statement 2. We went through all of that. We got the pocket watch. And we examined the pocket watch. We got all that stuff out. Now what?
We're supposed to present.
Hold on. Oh, wait, no. Present on which statement?
Supposed to be on statement 5.
Okay. Detective still died when we heard the gunshot. Oh, is this when we present the pocket watch?
Yes, because apparently it's supposed to prove that the watch isn't actually broken, so it can't prove that it was on 5.
Hmm.
Technically, it doesn't have an AM and PM on it, so...
Yeah. Gregson hiding his love affair of fish and chips in the pocket watch.
Objection.
I'm afraid that's not necessarily the case.
Oh,
At the scene, we found this key to the winder of the inspector's pocket watch. That is a very complex thing to wind a pocket watch. Like, okay.
a key?
And having wound the pocket watch, we discovered that in fact still works. You see, the watch didn't stop because it was broken at all. And that fact completely undermines one of the most fundamental premises of which this entire case has been built. Oh, I'm an alcoholic. I don't know anything.
Oh, I'm an alcoholic and I don't know anything.
What? Order. But counsel, the watch was stopped at almost exactly 5 o'clock.
Yeah, which is just when we heard the gunshot.
Ah, hit again.
It is exactly the hour. The time that was shown on the watch tells us nothing other than when it wound down. It's merely a coincidence that it happened to be at 5 o'clock.
Objection.
Even if that's true, the 3 witnesses here all heard the gunshot at 5 o'clock.
Can't wait for Venus to be tried for arson. For burning down the courtroom, yeah.
This is only the second time a fire has appeared in the courtroom, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Right.
So that's obviously when this crime was committed.
Objection.
No, that doesn't hold.
Why not?
Because I said so.
Bottoms don't speak.
Recall what Inspector Lestrade said only moments ago. The boyfriends are fighting! So the boss used to wind up every evening without fail when he was waiting for his grub to come at the pub. So he hadn't missed a day in the last 10 years, polishing it and winding it. Meant the world to him, that watch did. The victim was in the habit of winding his watch once a day in the evening. We can reasonably assume, therefore, that he wound the timepiece on the evening before he died as well.
Yes, that would be entirely reasonable.
But if that's the case, you would expect the watch to have completely wound down by 5 o'clock the following day. Summary, the evening before the day of the incident when the gunshot rang out in that room, The inspector was already unable to wind his watch, so he was already dead. Is what he's saying. He was dead for a day before someone found him. Which is now when we're gonna pull in the, like, okay, then what was the noise that we heard? And then we'll present the firecracker. It's like, this is what you heard. You heard a firecracker go off. Bottoms don't speak Riona to Kazuma canon. No. It's the other way around. Kazuma to Riono.
Kazuma to Riona.
I think we'll pause here while no music is happening. To do our 5-minute break. Because it is the top of the hour. But
Top of the hour, get it?
Bottoms don't speak, but tops of hours do. Okay, I stop now. Okay. We'll be back in 5 minutes, so don't forget to do self-care things. Go take care of yourselves. Go stand up, stretch, get some water. And we'll be back in 5 to continue unraveling the lies that these people are spinning. And then we'll be right back. I'm going to save the game, because that sounds like, like a responsible adult thing to do.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I mean, my PC, for some reason, just does not like streaming this game. Well, I guess I'm technically streaming it to 2 sources, because I'm streaming it to chat and also to you, so...
I think that's generally the big issue, is Discord can generally take quite a bit out of it.
It's not even, like, because I normally have Discord up in the background whenever I'm streaming anyway, so it might just be, like, the streaming thing combined with it. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
It's not like, it's at 60 degrees, so that's fine. Once it gets up to 70, 80 is when I start getting a little stressed. But hi, welcome back. We're gonna prove that these liars are liars. I mean, Sandwich hasn't lied. He's corrected the other people for lying, so...
Liars.
You can't mean.
I do mean. And I say I do, yes. I will marry you.
I never said that, but okay.
What would stop him?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I actually was asked by Von Zieks to marry him, so
Oopsies. 2 liars and an alcoholic.
That's the reason why I'm not very good at lying.
He's a very truthful drunk.
Alcoholic. Very honest drunk.
Cosmo's gonna tame that breath.
Jeez.
What would stop a man winding his watch if he's been in the habit of winding it every single day for 10 years? The obvious answer is that he was already dead.
Oh no, that is the most extraordinary claim.
Objection.
Extraordinary isn't the word, it's absurd.
Okay, are we gonna really, like, squabble over language and linguistics right now?
You claim he was already dead the night before.
Yes.
Do you really think that Scotland Yard's coroner would have overlooked something like that?
Well, I mean, like, your primary coroner is kind of, like, in jail. So I don't know who the fuck you have doing the actual autopsy. So yes, I do think they would have overlooked it. Especially if it was, like, those little, like, mouse children she had working for her. Like, yeah, I totally believe that the coroner could have overlooked this.
My biggest issue so far is if
we didn't get an updated autopsy.
Is that according to Von Zieks, which I trust the testimony of these 3, he said that according to the, like, scheduling for Gregson, that he was supposed to be there, like, at the same time that he was, like, arriving at, right? So that would mean that he came earlier than his schedule. And it just so happened that someone wrote down in the schedule, or someone knew that Von Zieks was following and would arrive there at that time.
Or maybe, like, if Gregson had been going there pretty frequently, because, like, again, if Gregson is involved with the Redhead Club mess, maybe he's going there pretty frequently, and maybe Von Zieks said, or was thinking, like, well, if he's going there, like, on this day and this day, like, I'll go on this day, because maybe it's more convenient for his own schedule, you know? Or maybe Gregson knew that Von Zieks was going to follow him at some point, so he wanted to go there in ahead of him to, like, not necessarily prep the scene, because he's not gonna, you know, frame Von Zieks for this, but to maybe clear out things like he didn't want Von Zieks to see, or to prep something, you know? Because it's like when we have, like, meetings with, not necessarily with students, but, like, higher up people, or, like, we have, like, bigger meetings that have much more weight, like, we prep for them. We don't walk into the meeting cold. Like, we prep for it. Like my supervisor and I will meet beforehand so that we're on the same page of, like, what we need to discuss with the third party, so that we're both on the same page. So maybe that's what Gregson was doing. Maybe he was going, like, he knew Von Zieks was going to show up for whatever reason. He knew Von Zieks was going to come follow him. So he went there the day before to prep in advance to make sure that he had everything in line to show Von Zieks whatever he wanted to see.
I feel like it's more likely that whoever is essentially framing Von Zieks for this essentially either planted a schedule or knew about Gregson's schedule to plan for this.
Yeah.
Because the issue is, if somebody had to make a sound that sounded like a gunshot to bring people in to see Von Zieks
Which was the firecracker.
Most likely is the firecracker. But we have to prove that it was the firecracker, and we also have to prove that he was set up. And so the issue that I'm having is somebody would have had to bring Von Zieks to the location, and we have to, like, I'm on board saying that fine, he was murdered the day before, but that calls into question Von Zieks whenever he said that he saw a scheduling that he said earlier that led him to the place. And that's what I'm questioning, was that made by Gregson and somebody knew the schedule, or did somebody make that up so that Von Zieks would come in at that time?
Yeah. I think either one of those is plausible.
Yep. I am leaning more towards that somebody also knew Gregson's schedule. That's what I'm more leaning towards. If Von Zieks can find out about it without Gregson knowing, then somebody else easily can too.
Right. Which would make me think it would be, like, not like an inside job, but, like, how easy would it be to get, like, a police officer's detective schedule?
I mean, if you're a high justice, probably, like, not much.
I mean, yeah, true. That is very true. Can we check in with the coroner to see that she hasn't ate the dead body while we weren't looking? I mean, yeah, we could. Still thinking of that picture of Von Zieks' brother, him and Gregson. Young Von Zieks is adorable. He was so full of life and hope, and now he's just sad. For many reasons, he's sad. I hope we get to see him smile again before the game's over.
It would be like Edgeworth at the end of the first case.
You mean first game?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Well, on that subject, there is something rather surprising. There's actually an omission in the coroner's report. Oh wait, the time of death. Yeah, that's right, the time of death was never noted.
That's the reason why I'm bothered by it so badly.
Yeah, because they never noted it. And we were like, wait, why is the time of death not specified? Like, why? That's so weird.
That's such an odd thing to say.
Such an odd thing to leave out on an autopsy report, you think? I wonder. The true reason why people need autopsy reports is to determine time of death. Yet we don't have one.
There's usually, like, three things I can think of that autopsy reports are really important for: how they died, how long they've been dead since discovery, and when they died.
I think so. Yeah, like cause of death, time of death, and I think also like identification, I think is also key.
Also true. I think that's just any body in general.
True. But yeah, like time of death and cause of death are like the key things, and like when body was discovered in relation to time of death.
Mm.
Yeah, because if we look at the actual medical report,
So much.
yeah, time of death is not listed. We have cause of death.
How is whenever they say nationality, is that normally a thing that people put on autopsy reports?
I think maybe like it would be maybe ethnicity, race.
That's what I'm thinking, because it's just weird for me to think like somebody put on an autopsy report nationality British.
I guess because like national, like British or Japanese for this case.
I guess. It's just, I don't know, seems weird to me. It just doesn't feel like the autopsy's like goal should be to figure out the like person's nationhood. Just
Yeah.
I could understand like ethnicity.
Or it could be the wording of the times.
Yeah. Probably. That's probably the reason
Yeah.
why it bothers me. It's just, imagine if like they lived and hailed and called themselves Japanese, and then they're like,
I'm doing a Google search. Autopsy report template.
timey-wimeys.
Name, age, sex, address, phone number. Oh no, it does include race. It does. Age,
Yeah, but
race, sex, so like sex
It
organs.
doesn't include nationality though.
Which I think I don't think they wanted to do like I don't think they wanted to like say race in this game, so
Yeah.
I think they just went with nationality.
I also just think it's just the old timey-wimey British. It's just like, obviously only British people would be from Britain land.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. You're forgetting that my legs went from under me when I kicked the door in. What do you mean? Like I said, I planted my hand in a dirty grape puddle of blood.
Yes. So the victim's blood hadn't dried, it was fresh.
What if it was paint?
What if it was red paint from the red hair for the red
Yeah,
cloak?
really. He catches on fast, doesn't he? But that blood could be explained in any number of ways. It could have been put there afterwards. Some fresh blood could have been poured over the victim's body after he... Yeah, that's conjecture.
Fetch.
Yeah, that's a
There's no
fetch.
evidence of that. Does my learned friend think, oh, okay, we're a learned friend here. Think that fresh blood is available in every street corner?
I mean, when Von Zieks is right there. Yes. Pretty sure Vampire Daddy has plenty of access to fresh
It is not
blood.
blood, it is wine!
Yeah, it's his wine. It's his wine that he never drinks. That he just throws into the galley.
I have it for aesthetic.
Also, he definitely learned friend from Von Zieks. That's like the one thing that Von Zieks taught him.
Von Zieks.
I assumed learned friend is more like kind of like a way to say colleague, but like in a less like friendly manner.
I think learned friend is not a bad thing to say. I think Nippones is probably more
Oh, yeah,
of an egregious
yeah.
term.
Yeah.
Learned friend just makes it sound like he's educated, essentially.
Right. Oh. Well, it needn't necessarily have been human blood, of course. Ooh. Wait, LMAO Von Zieks' TikTok wine aesthetic? Hold on, when are you on TikTok? I know you don't have one.
Is it banned in Britain land?
No, she just doesn't have a TikTok.
Oh, okay.
We've been told previously that Scotland Yard has no way to identify blood as human.
The problem is currently being researched at present. You are correct. It is beyond our abilities.
Doesn't Sholmes' child that isn't his have a blood? Or no, it's a blood detector. It's not necessarily detecting human blood, right?
It does detect different types of blood, if I remember correctly. I think different colors show different blood types. But I don't know if it works differently between humans and animals. So,
oh, like type A, type B, type O. That,
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what the issue is. And I don't know when that was a thing, but I do know that was one of the earliest ways of people being able to tell blood is by blood type rather than actually telling it. I mean, it helps trying to just get, because one of the issues is sometimes mud, whenever it's like from a certain place and dried, can look a bit like blood.
Right.
It's been dried for a while, so it's
Yeah, because blood. Because actually, our blood is clear, like inside the body, and then there's like something like when you get a cut, there's like some sort of compound.
Oxygenation.
Yeah, I think it's the oxygenation of it that makes it appear red on the skin, or like when it's like coming out of your body, and then it dries like brown, black, in a way. It's actually,
yeah.
This also might be TMI, but like, sorry, I'm like chewing. Also, bad time to be eating food, right? That's how you know sometimes, like, when the lady friends in the room here, when we're having our cycles, you can sometimes kind of tell like when there's new blood versus fresh blood, because the old blood shedding from the uterine lining is like dark, like very dark, almost like black. Maybe not black, but like dark brown. Then the fresh blood is red. And so, fun fact that Grant probably didn't need to hear or want to hear, but tis the truth. I just spat food on my chair.
It's just the biology of human, so I used to work as a CNA for a bit, so I've probably seen grosser.
That's fair. So then a chicken's blood could have been used, for example. It's certainly a possibility that it wasn't the inspector's blood at all, or it could have just been paint. Paint.
Pete.
Pete. Ponk.
Honk.
Ponk.
Objection.
Her dress is Ponk.
The gunshot was heard at 5 o'clock that afternoon. That's beyond question.
Objection! It's the fucking firecracker.
Cosma, something sounds like. Did they see it go off?
Did they see
they
it?
find the body exiting from the gun and into the body?
Which, that is also missing, by the way. Where's the bullet? I eat paint! Wait, where did I put my little sticker? Hold on. Oh, there he is.
There is instances. It's a lot harder now. It's a lot harder now that we can actually tell people's blood types. But people did used to like sometimes even fake their death just by putting like random blood into like places. Whenever people were like trying to fake their own deaths, they'd only have to have a certain amount before people were like, anyone would reasonably be dead with this certain blood missing.
Oh yeah, with this
body.
amount of blood. Yeah.
But obviously it would be, and there are some people that still do try this. There'll be people that will like siphon off their blood and then like store it for later so they can leave behind a certain amount of their own blood. So it's not like it's impossible, but it's really hard to do. I remember one guy
Yeah, because you have to store it.
You do, and it's really hard. Like, blood can easily go bad. But,
Fun fact of the day.
yeah, blood is very hard to store.
Right system. Take notes, everybody. There's going to be a test.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was forensic files, but essentially...
Probably. That sounds about right.
There was an issue where this guy... they needed blood from this guy, and it was getting difficult for police because essentially he first gave it willingly, and they tested it, but it seemed weird.
Wait,
so,
I remember this. Oh, I
you?
remember this episode, or like hearing about this case, because like whenever they took his blood, it was like he had like another tube, like in
he
his
had a little
arm.
bag put under his skin.
Yeah, which is just like
somebody else.
Hate that so much. But like he would put blood in there, but like because it wasn't fresh blood, like yes, it was the blood was clean, but it was like weird.
They actually recorded it at one point to show that it happened, and based off of some bits of the video where it seemed like it was a bit strange, because he would only get it from one side on one arm, because he said the other side was like hard to get blood from. And in the first video that I saw,
in, like, oh my god, like that just
the nurse that was there to watch essentially did mention to the police that the blood that came out was a lot darker than it should have been, and that's because of the fact that it was blood that had been out for a while.
Yeah.
So they did it a second time, but they did it from both arms, and that's kind of whenever he actually fessed up and confessed to the crime, because he realized that he wasn't going to get out of it.
Yeah. Reminds me of a case in L.A. Noire where the guy used pig's blood to fake his own death. Yeah, kind of like what Grant was saying earlier.
Yeah.
What?
Given that the time of death of the victim has already been called into question, isn't it beyond the realms of possibility that what these witnesses heard wasn't a gunshot at all? Oh, please, what are you trying to say? I mean, she just threw Exhibit A into the court. More like Exhibit D, because it's like the 4th time she's done this today.
I only have so many fingers.
And remnants of an eardrum.
Oh, I can't hear either of these things, really.
Us lad know what we heard, and it was a loud bang that came from that there room. Wait, he has a whip? Where did he get a whip?
I'm no alcoholic, I need to defend myself.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
You listen to me, straight Selma's ears are his livelihood.
I don't know if I trust your ears, man, but alright.
Also, I've never heard a gunshot.
I don't doubt your ears, sir, but all you can state with certainty is that you heard a noise.
What, is it on the hip? I don't know, Susie.
Can Cosmo borrow that for later? Yes? Absolutely?
Von Zieks is actually like, I have one of those in my family, actually. I don't use it very often.
Explain to yourself then, Castle.
A noise that sounds like a gunshot could have been made with the firecracker.
With your mom.
Yeah. Something like this. The culprit could have set off one of these to fake a gunshot.
I do find it kind of funny that he produced a whip at the same time, because whips can also make
they can sound like gunshots too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good gracious, today fireworks are sold by the witness.
Now hold on a minute. Are you saying I did it? My pretty little firecrackers only make a little pop anyway. See? I mean, you made the mistake of giving me the 600 pence one when I only wanted the 6-pence one. So,
congratulations.
fuck off.
Oh, I like this under your wrap.
Not 100 of them together. The Venus special that you sell for 600 pennies sounds like this.
Yeah, that'd do it.
As the court can now attest, it sounds very much like a gunshot, in fact.
You're trying to suggest that somebody set one of those fireworks off at the scene?
You know, you may be right about the whip.
Yeah?
Because, like, also, because, like, a firecracker, doesn't it, like, sparkle? Or not, like, sparkle, like a sparkler.
The, firework can make a spark, yeah.
Right, so wouldn't have, like... I don't know, because, like, I think the firecracker would have been in the room with Von Zieks, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, who would have lit the firecracker?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier, was if it was one of those firecrackers, it would have to be on a slow timer. But I feel like that would be easier to accomplish than using an actual whip.
Right, oh, yeah, and also because, like, if the person who's setting up Von Zieks knew when Von Zieks was going to arrive...
Yeah. I mean,
they just needed to have it set for,
board.
like, okay, like, he's gonna arrive at this time. I'm gonna have this set for 10 minutes. He's gonna arrive in 8 minutes from now. So he's 2 minutes in the room, it's gonna go off, and then these people are gonna come in.
Yeah. Could have a trigger of some kind. If he opens the door, it activates some trigger of some kind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, some kind of, like, a tripwire or something like that.
Yeah. It's not impossible to set somebody up with a firecracker like that. The instance of how it was done is a good question, though.
Right. I'm suggesting that somebody knew the defendant was in the room at 5 that day and sought to implicate him by creating a sound like a gunshot for these peddlers on Fresno Street to hear.
Objection!
But even the accused himself has testified that he saw no one else in the room at the time.
I mean, otherwise they'd just use a gunshot, but sure.
Right.
Whether it was a gun or a firecracker, the only person present to cause that bang was Barrack Von Zieks.
One whiff of the match and my firecrackers go pop. See? That's why people like them.
I fear for your fingers, young lady.
Thanks, Judge.
Objection!
Recently, during my time here in Britain, I've learned of a very useful invention indeed. Something called a time bomb.
Good heavens, a bomb!
I mean, Miss Thing over here has been flinging them left and right through the court, and you haven't bat an eye, but now we talk about a time bomb, and you're like, oh god, we need to call national security. Like, brother, pick a side. Pick one.
They're all just like firecrackers.
Yes, a device that allows you to blow up whatever you like, whenever you like. Mr. Naruhodo, I worry that your unfortunate phrasing there may lead to yet another international incident.
Wouldn't be the first.
Lord. No, wait. It's the whenever you like part that's important.
A time device?
Yes, exactly. A timed device. Something of that nature could have been planted at the scene. A device that was able to produce the sound of a gunshot long after the culprit had left.
Your extravagant claim will have to be substantiated with evidence, counsel. What proof do you have to suggest that any way the time device could be employed to create a gunshot?
The armband, no.
Oh, that's brilliant.
The candelabrum?
Yeah.
Oh, if you use the
That would
wick
explain why the stick was
snuffed out.
because it was actually on the candelabrum.
Oh.
Right, if it blew up next to it, because the wick went to a certain point, it would blow up then. Because you can actually time those candle burnings.
You can. Yeah. Present. As the court has already discussed, the tip of the one candle in the candelabrum has been blown off. That's why it's not a bullet mark. Yeah, that's why there's no bullet.
Indeed, because it was struck by the bullet, which presumably passed through the victim.
Which presumably we have not found.
It's also, is it in the victim? Is it outside the victim? Where's the bullet?
I don't think it's possible, my lord.
Not possible. Why?
Because of the scorching. There are gunpowder scorch marks clearly visible on the broken candle.
There are? Goodness, yes. But it is not the case.
Bro, you need bigger glasses, man, if you can't see that.
That there was also scorching on the victim around the bullet entry wound.
That's right, there was. But as we heard earlier, scorching like that only occurs when the target is at a very close range, a matter of centimeters from the gun.
Ah.
Which means that the scorching on the candle can't possibly be the result of a gunshot.
You're suggesting it came from the fireworks.
How can that be, eh? The fact that there's such visible scorching on the candle suggests that the fireworks must have been right next to it when they exploded. Or to put it another way, the candle and firecrackers were joined together. Oh. The culprit somehow attached the firecrackers at a point partway down the candle. After the killer had left the scene, the candle slowly burnt along with the other two, until eventually it ignited the fuse of the firecrackers, generating a loud bang. Hi, Combat. How are you? Good to see you. Excuse me. And that is how these three witnesses came to believe they heard a gunshot at 5 o'clock.
Well, what a plot.
And there's gonna be 3 more trials of this to go.
And this implies that the victim could have died earlier than we've been led to believe. The previous day, even.
I am full of fear. Classes start tomorrow. Don't worry, I am too. But from the advising standpoint, not from the I'm a student standpoint. Yay, but you're gonna be great. You're gonna do fine. You're registered for classes. Unlike some of our students who aren't. Yay!
I'm definitely not. Hi, Combat.
Because someone fired the judge. I don't think he's smart enough to do this.
I mean, he's not stopping us from, like, I think he's being somewhat reasonable. He is a bit dim, but so are all judges in the series.
Right. I even was the first one apparently to fill out all my tax and direct deposit forms. I love that for you. Now, just hold your horses. All those lie here saw the victim going into the building, remember?
I couldn't forget that flame-colored hair even if I wanted to.
I'm telling you, it's Sholmes!
Sholmes! It's Sholmes!
Man!
It's Sholmes. But also, like, again, like, the red... Because, like, if they only saw the red hair, even if, like, he was wearing the wig, it could have been someone else. Could have been Sholmes.
I'm saying it's Sholmes.
Person you saw entering the building wasn't the victim at all. Consider this. Oh, because what if this wig wasn't Gregson's?
I did say that at one point. Even if it's not Sholmes, then it could have been easily somebody else's that was then planted on Gregson.
Right, because because we did look at it, because they did show that
on
picture.
The picture, yeah.
And it looked like it was just draped nicely on top.
Yeah, well, it's not really on his head too much, so not very well placed, I would say.
Or as Yusuk, UK, our famous boxer, said, "Don't push the horses." I have no idea what that saying means. Yeah, I don't know, like, what it's implying.
I think it means don't push the horses or you'll get bucked.
Oh, yeah. That's what, like, my brain was thinking. It took me a second. Consider this. Obviously, anybody can wear a wig. So the person that these witnesses saw entering the building 15 minutes before the incident occurred could easily have been someone else entirely wearing the red hairpiece.
Someone else? Do you mean to say?
Or it could be Sholmes, who actually dyed his hair and every hair on his body, for the matter of fact, red.
I'm just saying. It
Just
sounds like
saying.
Sholmes could be doing it.
Yeah, could be. It was the same person who contrived the firecracker trick. In other words, Inspector Gregson's killer. I have no idea who this is supposed to be. Oh, him, of course. He's really cute. We're in contact. Hold on a second. No, you're good. You're good. Sholmes is a liar and a murderer, and not our friend TM.
We're gonna have to adopt Watson, aren't we?
Yes.
Oh, very impressive, Reinosuke Naruhodo.
Oh, he pulled out full name. Full name. Kazuma.
Bottom. I'm really quite amazed you've come this far.
Daddy? No, Daddy's on Zieks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sir? The Dom is mad full name.
After all, wasn't I the one who told you that you had all the makings of a great defense lawyer?
Why are we bringing up our personal history right now, sir?
Bottoms don't speak. I consider the lack of a time of death in this report a stark omission.
But you didn't say anything, sir?
But as far as I'm concerned, this whole country's justice system leaves a lot to be desired.
Why are we saying that right now? I feel like that's like a good thing to bring up, you know, after the trial is done. Not when we have
I'm
a
really
gallery
curious
full
where
of
he's
like
going with this.
other people watching from other nations. Take a shot every time Grant says bottoms don't speak. Let's not do that. Let's not encourage drinking habits here.
Take a water. How about that?
Take a water. Take a piss break.
Order. Prosecutor Sogi.
How dare you shit on the Queen's justice system? She built this brick by brick.
What on earth do you mean by that statement?
I can imagine Strongheart just rolling in his not grave right now. Like, what did you just call my justice system? Like, how dare you?
I hear that many of the leading members of Britain's judiciary are present to observe this trial today.
Judge really said mad face?
So we cannot allow even the slightest doubt to be overlooked. The defense's assertion about the time of death based on the victim's stopwatch is just conjecture.
It's not any worse than what we have present for the autopsy. If your coroner had done their due diligence and actually put a time of death,
This
then
entire
the
first part of this trial would have been null.
then the assertion would have no bearing. But considering this, that we have no actual basis, any assertion can now be used in this court as evidence because there is no official scientific ruling on it. So congratulations on the actual oversight done by the coroner.
Whose name is Maria Gori, by the way. Hi, Derp. Good to see you. I don't know if you're streaming because you changed your picture. I don't get the joke that you're trying to make, Derp. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Oh, are you saying because like I changed my profile picture, like you have to think twice on like, oh, is it me who's streaming versus someone else? I'm assuming that's what you're saying. I changed the picture like I think like 2-3 months ago, I think. If I remember correctly, I don't remember. Context: during Dubois versus U6 press conference, Dubois was really rude. I will crush him, he'll finally be defeated, yada yada. But when U6 time to speak, and he was asked what he thinks of those threats, he said, "Don't push the horses," which is little translation to Ukrainian version of idiom of like, hold your horses.
I don't know who
Okay.
Dubois is. He sounds like a French guy.
Dubois?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it might be French.
sounds French. I'll crush and defeat him. I don't know why he's stuck. I don't know who Usk is either, unfortunately.
Oh, that Anna was saying the quote from earlier, so she was providing context.
But while the possibility exists that my lone friend may be correct, we have a duty to explore it.
Yeah, unfortunately
Yes.
you do, because you don't have any other thing to go off of to prove that it was 5 p.m.
Well, certainly I would agree with you.
It wasn't a joke. I follow a lot of people, but watch few of them. I glaze over my list when I get on to watch my regulars. I recognize the pick. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I figured that out like when I was like talking and thinking about it, which happens a lot. That's why I usually have to like talk things out to like verbalize like what I'm thinking. That's why I like streaming games, because I can actually like talk things through when I actually remember to talk and verbalize, or like verbalize my thoughts, you know?
I think it's because the judge realizes that because of the audience that they currently have,
Right.
it
They're
looks
under higher
really-
scrutiny than usual.
It looks really bad if he doesn't follow this line of questioning to disprove it.
Right.
Simply like saying like because we have a conjecture, we have some small evidence, circumstantial, that could prove it. We can't 100% prove it, but they can't discount it because of their lack of due diligence.
I was gonna say something. Forgot.
About the judge switching sides?
Yeah, it was something in relation to what you were saying just now.
The audience?
With the audience, like, oh, the like in actual court cases, they will say like to the jury when the jury is going to deliberate that, or like the defense will often say like, if you have a shadow of a doubt that
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
beyond a reasonable doubt that our client could not have done this, then it is your, I don't say obligation, but it's like, then you should not convict him or them of the crime.
It is your duty
if you
to
have,
find
if you
them not
have, if it's
guilty.
beyond a shadow of a doubt, or beyond a reasonable doubt, is the language.
Because the idea is if it's reasonable within the understanding
Like, unless
of the
if we
current-
have like video, like unless if they're coming in with like 15 different camera angles, there's an audio recording of the person saying, my name is so and so and I did this, and then like you have like literally there is an airtight case.
Yeah, usually they'd settle for something at that point.
Right.
But,
Some people think in
yeah.
order to speak, some people speak in order to think. My brain and mouth aren't connected, so that's fair. I often have to talk things through, especially like when it's a bit more of like a complicated thought process, especially like when it's in a live space like this, where it's like I don't have a second really to think through silently, because that also like puts internal pressure on me, like, oh my god, I'm silent for way too long, I need to say something. So, because I'll do that at work a lot, because my boss and I will be talking about something and I will go quiet for like 20-30 seconds and she's like, you okay? I'm like, no, I'm thinking about what you just said. And yeah, I can't think when people are waiting for me to say something, right? So I often have to tell her like, hey, I'm thinking this through in my head, just give me a second. So, because then it becomes like the conscious thought of knowing that like, oh my god, people are like watching me and perceiving me like as I'm thinking something through. So then that's what I'm thinking about instead of the actual thing I need to be thinking about. So that's why like I'll read something aloud and then like I will just literally just say my stream of conscious thought. So that's why I was like, wait, is this a joke? And then I'm like, oh wait, it's probably in reference to this.
It usually takes me some time if it's some type of like topic, especially like you mentioned being complicated, for me to try to come like to some personal consensus about it, because I'm just spending so much time sorting out my own feelings and like opinions about that.
Well, sometimes I just need to like walk it through or like talk about it and try to rationalize or like put to words what I'm feeling and thinking. And then that makes me like realize, oh, this is how I'm actually feeling about this. And to be able to verbalize that than to just think it, you know? Ace Attorney Impossible mode, AI evidence, oh please, never please. But I know that's coming. It's gonna happen at some point.
We just look at the judge and his face just contorts and just like, I want a sandwich. And just goes back to the Phoenix. Like, what?
Like, huh? Brother, what?
Turns into TF2 heavy.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
And what immediately comes to mind is, of course, what was Inspector Gregson doing, and where did he go on the day before the incident?
Where'd he come from? Where'd he go? Where'd he come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Inspector Gregson.
Do you know? Mary, did you know?
The inspectors always carried out his investigation work alone.
So this also calls into question, like you said earlier, the schedule.
Wasn't he in there with, wasn't he working with Sholmes on the redhead case?
I hate how much this is lining up to Sholmes, but also I'm so here for it. I really want to cross-examine Sholmes.
Seems like he was working with Sholmes on a certain case on the day before.
No, you're right. You're actually right, though.
He was.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, his hair was red. He would have had a spare wig.
Which also, like, again, would have... Which, disregarding the stuff with Sholmes, what Cosmo had just said about the schedule, like, he always works alone. And Cosmo's next line, his movements were treated as confidential within Scotland Yard. How would have someone gotten his schedule? How would have Von Zieks gotten this schedule unless if it was planted?
Von Zieks told us that he basically used the journal that he kept in his desk. So apparently it seems like he would go to the office whenever Gregson wasn't there and like look through his like scheduling journal.
Which is like...
I'd like to point out, I have no idea if I'm correct. This is an assertion based off of circumstantial
assertion,
stuff
not assertion.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, assertion that I'm making just based off what we're reading and listening to.
Yeah, Grant does have the guide pulled up, but he only like, I'm assuming you just look like you just like you scroll down like
as we
very
go by
tinily, like small increments to not spoil it for yourself.
Exactly. Like I tried to just go by like paragraph by paragraph as we're going through the case. That way I'm not like completely like ruining it or like something like that for in case if you're actually right. Yeah,
which like you
right.
know, I would love to cross and examine Sholmes next for the trial part 2. I would love to do that.
I feel like it's getting more and more that direction because even if he didn't do it, then he might know something about.
Well, also like the redhead case, because like if they were working on that together, maybe there was someone else.
Yeah, or he could know something because he talked to Gregson about it. Like,
right.
It feels like more and more Sholmes is going to know something.
And Sholmes hasn't helped us at all for this trial.
Nope.
He's not helped us. We haven't done a great deduction yet.
Nope.
Even within the yard. However, considering the evidence we've been presented with so far, I'd say it's fairly apparent what the case the man was pursuing, wouldn't you, my learned friend?
Yeah, the redhead case. By the way, because of these streams, whenever I see Sherlock Holmes related, I say, oh, Sholmes, wait, that's not the same person.
I'm glad there's a distinction between Sherlock Holmes and Sholmes. I have had those like instances where I'm like, is this just Sholmes in disguise?
I do have a feeling about what case he might have been investigating.
I wonder.
Yes, I agree. Surely. My lord. Who's different from my sir and my daddy.
Jeez.
The defense believes it can be explained to the court the case that was being investigated by Inspector Gregson at the time of his death. Sholmes, an idiot. Sherlock, not an idiot. That is, yes. Yes, in a nutshell, yes.
Very well, counsel. Present your argument to the court. What evidence is suggestive of the case being investigated by the inspector on the day prior to the incident?
Red-Headed League article?
Let me double check here. Present either the Red Head League or Red Hairpiece. Okay, yeah.
Take that!
So many ads in this, like, strategy wiki now, it's annoying.
Oh, IGN?
Yeah, no, it's literally called Strategy Wiki.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I believe this red hair piece points to an answer, even though that's literally not what I presented, but okay, game, whatever. Fine.
Why even give the option?
We might assume it was part of a disguise used to carry out an undercover investigation.
Surely not. Such a brightly colored hairpiece would not only serve to make the inspection more noticeable.
Well, sir, it matches it matches the outfit you're wearing. You could be a full redhead ensemble here, sir.
I'm a judge. Also, could you give me that?
Look at this wig. Oh shit, he murdered Gregson. Yes, that's quite true. It definitely had made him stand out in a crowd, except, that is, in a crowd of gentlemen from the Red-Headed League.
The Red-Headed League? So, you'd already worked it out. I mean, like a long-ass time ago, but sure. What on earth is that all about? Is there such an extraordinary league of gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
The Red-Headed League is currently under investigation for grand deception. Deception of what nature, Council? Not being real redheads. They've been targeted red-headed men across all of London and tricking them out of small sums of money. 2 men were arrested for the misdemeanor only yesterday, in fact.
Ooh, I wonder if we'll talk to them too.
It would be nice. From the original case, the issue was essentially they were tricking this store owner out of leaving for certain periods of time by giving him small amounts of money. Essentially, they would have him do like some dumb task for a certain amount of time, but they did that because the store assistant was working with the people that were in the Red-Head League to essentially go under the store shop and start digging their way towards a bank, because that was the closest like building that was like near the vault. And so essentially he had worked out that they must have been doing that and set up a trap inside the vault. Or in some cases, in other cases he catches them before they do the vault trick. But the reason why it's brought to Sherlock Holmes' attention is because the guy himself comes to Sherlock Holmes because it's such a weird set of circumstances.
Right.
Because he's like, I don't know why they're paying me and making me do all these weird tasks, and nothing illegal has happened, so I don't even know if I should bring it to you, but it's so freaking weird, and you're Sherlock Holmes, I thought maybe you could tell me what's happening.
Right. Judge is the master of the White-Headed League.
He's the head of the bald-headed league. He's trying to get it so it's not socially acceptable to be bald.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if Sholmes was arrested? Yes, because I want to see him try to claw his way out of a prison cell.
It seems I'm going to go away for a long time.
Which, actually, that would be kind of funny if he does get arrested, and then, like, his arrest allows him to, like, see inside of the prison system to give clues to, like, how could have, like, the guard daily been helping the professor when he was convicted. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Mistakes. Got nowhere to run. Life goes on.
Dude, that song made me cry when I was 16.
What if Sholmes is the professor killer?
But wait, isn't he like... Hold on, how old is this man?
I have no idea.
34, so he would have been 24.
Impossible.
Barrack would have been 23.
That's why Barrack doesn't like sure.
Oh, maybe.
Sholmes.
That would be funny. My lord. The defense calls for those two men to be summoned at once.
2 redheads. I mean...
Wait, is this also part of trial part 1? When is this trial part 1 gonna end?
Soon.
Okay, thank God. Inspector Gregson clearly infiltrated the Red-Headed League using this hairpiece, so it's very likely that he had direct contact with these criminals. And it's quite possible that such contact led to more serious events. Cosmo's just like, brother, my brother in Christ is Sholmes. Just call Sholmes to the stand.
I concur that we cannot in good conscience leave this new avenue unexplored.
Well done, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, it's another possible line of inquiry for us, at least.
The prosecution will make immediate arrangements for the charged men to appear. Bring these 2 Red-Headed League conspirators before me, Prosecutor Asoki.
Fucking reason that judge is shocked at 2 redheads. 2 of them?
At once, my lord. Very good. We'll have a 30-minute recess. Court is adjourned.
Oh, so no
Sign
investigation in
will
between? So we're going right into trial part 2, huh?
Yeah.
How many investigations are there and how many trial parts are there?
According to the wiki here, there's investigation part 1, trial part 1, trial part 2, investigation part 2, and then a whole new court case.
Interesting. Okay. Huh. All right. Cool.
Thank fuck we don't have to say gossip anymore. I concur, Susie.
Yeah, I really...
Get that man off that stand.
All right. Well, this is probably... Yeah, to be continued. So we're gonna to be continued, take a save file. Are you good to keep going?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll take a
Every
save.
time
We'll take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna get some sort of dessert out of my... Not fridge. It's not in my fridge. It's on my counter. And then we'll continue for at least another hour, maybe another hour and a half, 2 hours, give or take Grant's schedule and sleepiness, because I'm also a little sleepy. But I'm trying not to wake up at 5 in the morning, because, like, my body's like, you should go to sleep earlier. So, and then naturally that means I wake up earlier. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm not trying to actively do that.
I like this setup whenever you set it up to just be you on the streaming, because it looks like my little, like, Discord icon is, like, looking intently at the chat.
It does. I did not plan that on purpose.
It's like, hello, chat. How are you today?
All right.
I'm going to give you no pets.
Okay, we're gonna be back in 5 minutes, so don't forget to do self-care things. Go grab some water, go grab a snack, go be like me and get some cookies. I returned from the D&D session. I see I've missed 2 hours. Yes, you have, my dear sir. We'll catch all of you up. Someone remind me to do like a recap once we get back from our 5-minute break, and then we'll do just that. But we'll be back in 5, so see you all soon.
Stuff that didn't really matter.
I mean, Grant, your words do matter. I just didn't have my headset on. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hopefully you didn't hear me talking the whole time.
No. The BRB screen does not have Discord audio.
That would have been awkward. I was just talking about a bunch of stuff I needed to watch.
I love it. I love my little guy. I have the seller on Etsy, but she doesn't have this stuff up there, so I have to message her and be like, hey, can I get like some more I Eat Paint stickers, because like I love it so much. I love my little guy. He just eats paint. Again, new vocal not stim, because I don't want to say I stim when I'm not technically diagnosed with autism. So vocal itch, I guess. I don't know. He's just a little guy. He's quite literally just a little guy. Just like my brain cell. Also just a little guy. Who squeaks? Okay. Okay, and I ate most of the cookie, so I got another cookie. Okay, loading some laundry. Ooh, have fun. I did laundry earlier today. Game recap. So, Sholmes did it, the end. Not confirmed. Not confirmed.
Is the man.
Sholmes is bad, the end. So, we are basically going into trial part 2 now. Which, I'm gonna resave this because I don't trust this actually saved. So we're going into second part, the trial part 2, and we basically determined that the coroner fucked up, but we kind of knew that from the beginning and no one acknowledged it, that there's no time of death listed on the autopsy report. So
It's kind of weird how no one apparently acknowledged like the fact that he
Right?
was wearing red hair. Like it's Cosmo acted like, aha, so you have figured it out finally. It's like, what
it's
do
like,
you mean?
what
Has nobody
is this
else
like a
asked the
test of
question?
my wits or some shit? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Judge, you know he's not regularly a redhead, right? So like, why are you confused? Why were you not confused why he was wearing a red hairpiece? Like that should have been like your first question when you saw the picture.
Right. Bruh,
Like,
no
why
time
is
of
he wearing
death.
a red wig?
Yeah, we had no time of death. So, like, we were going off of these accusations from the Three Stooges, as I have named them, our 3 witnesses that we have. We're basically like, yeah, we heard the shot go off at 5 o'clock, so we went to investigate. And wow, Von Zieks was there. Wow, what a coincidence. So he must have done it, right? So we basically debunked all of that. The shot they heard was firecrackers. We determined that, not Sholmes, Gregson had died the day before because there was a pocket watch at the scene that someone had lifted from the scene because Gina showed up on the stand for like a hot minute to curse out Little Miss Riding Hood, firecracker lady. So we determined that, okay, so because the pocket watch was not wound and it stopped, so, and he religiously does this every single day for the last 10 years, then it must have stopped. Or, like, it must have, the reason why it didn't keep ticking was because he didn't get to wind it the day before, but why would Von Zieks go there that day when he died the day before? So, like, things are happening, and we pulled in the stuff about the redhead leak, which apparently we learned from Cosmo that Gregson works on his cases alone, and not even the people at Scotland Yard know his investigation schedule. So it's like, or it's kept private to the internal of Scotland Yard. So like maybe only very specific people would know, if anybody would know what his schedule is. So
I also don't think that he actually is working alone. I think he says that to Scotland Yard so we can do things like work with Sholmes.
Right. Sure.
I think working like in an unofficial capacity with like a private detective is probably something that happens relatively often for him.
Mm-hmm.
I also Sherlock Holmes is trying to take our daddy away just like it took Watson's daddy away.
Oh my god, yeah. They were non-official roommates, yes. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So now we're gonna be interrogating live on TV. Fuck it, we're doing it live. 2 redheads that were detained the day before in game.
2 redheads, 1 courtroom.
Okay. $12:33 p.m. Oh god, it's like been 4 hours in game or some shit.
Jesus, that was only 30 minutes. Oh, you mean in the courtroom? I'm done.
Oh, great, Sholmes is here. Oh boy, what a coincidence!
What are you doing here?
What are you doing? I mean, he was here earlier because we had that awkward moment between Von Zieks and Sholmes. That was great.
Which Von Zieks also asked, what are you doing here?
There he is. That's our murderer. Our good little murderer. Gets little pats on the head. Who's a good little murderer? You are.
Who's our good-looking blonde little murder British man?
Anna just points. You! You. Oh, there you are, Odo.
What kept you, my dear fellows?
Were y'all not paying attention to anything that just happened in the court? I'm not gonna question them.
Bold of you to assume I pay attention to things that don't belong, don't in fact actually matter to me.
Because I definitely was not involved.
If I don't hear things with my name in it, I just sort of like glaze over.
Well, hello, Mr. Sholmes, Gina. You sure about what you said in there? That the boss, you know, actually died the day before? Pretty hard to swallow. Yes, I was shocked by the revelation too, Gina.
As was I, possibly more shocked than both of you.
Okay, not gonna lie. Thinking, like, in my head, now that we postulate, like, no, wait, there's, like, actually more connections to Sholmes than we think there is, even if it's not actually connections to Sholmes. I'm, like, the way his lines are now, I'm like, dude, no.
It really looks bad, doesn't it?
What?
It really makes him look bad, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does.
Even his facial expression now doesn't seem genuine to me. Like, it's only a half smile, like he's trying his best to act nonchalant. Usually he's, like, grinning with, like, a stupid, like, grin, but now he's, like, half smiling, like he's doing his best to pretend to be normal.
Right. It's not a competition, Mr. Sholmes. But I was more shocked than all of you put together. Clown Sholmes I did seems pretty accurate right now, in my opinion. Yes, that was so good. Clown. Motherfucker.
This is the autopsy report in question, is it?
Did you just... He's also a kleptomaniac. He must have just lifted that off my person. What the fuck, bro? Yes, it's strange that you just took that off of my person without any prior knowledge. What else have you stolen from me, Mr. Sholmes? I'm very curious.
Your V card, anyways.
I think I would have known if that was taken from me, okay?
Would you, Mr. Naruto? Would you?
Riono's money? Okay, wait, that's also a valid option, though, because Riono has nothing. And Sholmes is next to nothing. Yes, it's strange there's no time of death noted. Suppose there's a simple explanation, or perhaps it was a deliberate omission. Oh dear, if it was deliberate, puts me in a mind of the last case we worked on. And Dr. Scythe. Well, we know that she's not the coroner on this one, because she's in jail, baby. I know. Anyway, it seems that on the day before Lord Von Zieks discovered the body, Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League, so perhaps something happened with them. And maybe Sholmes has some information that he would like to tell us, you know? That you were investigating with Gregson on that day. Were you, Mr. Sholmes? Come to think of it, Mr. Sholmes, if I keep saying your name, you had trouble with those League men too, didn't you, Mr. Sholmes? You were taken in by their trick, Mr. Sholmes. Can you maybe perhaps tell us a little bit more about that, Mr. Sholmes?
You know,
sir.
They told me to follow this one guy. I did. I shot him. I realized I shot the inspector of Scotland Yard. So, you know, I set up a few fire bombs on a candle, and you know, left behind, and yeah, that's basically how my day went. What about yours?
Deliberate omission because you know what you killed him, sir? Well, like, he didn't do the autopsy. It was the coroner, the shitty coroner, because it's not Dr. Scythe. I mean, Dr. Scythe was also probably a shitty coroner because she's like she sold out, but alas.
I would also like to see the clown Sholmes, please.
I'll send it to you. Hold on, because I don't think she has you on. Not TikTok, not Instagram. I don't know what this is. What is this? Discord. Dickcord. That's what this is. Okay. Actually, Anna, you could also just post it in the server under gaming if you wanted to.
Oh, that was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I know, right?
I especially like the addition of how thick the eyebrow is being raised.
Yes.
Yes'm.
Try his full name, Gray. Honestly, I forgot he had a first name. I forgot Herlock was his first name. I just call him Sholmes, you know?
Show me, boy. Show me, wommy. No, no, no. Don't think of me. Don't think of the Redhead League and me. Naturally, I wasn't taking in, as you put it.
Oh, because you were one of them, was it?
Because I was a mastermind. My sleuthhound interest was merely piqued slightly by the rare scent of a weekly £4 income.
Okay, that is true, though.
He's
that
just
is
like,
true.
I didn't care about the league. I just wanted their money.
That's very true. Very on brand for poor guy Sholmes over here. And that scent masks the underlying scent of deception, I suppose. The two criminals in question are the pair we saw being arrested yesterday, aren't they? I don't remember what the fuck they looked like. Yesterday was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. It's been a while, alright?
It's been a hot minute. And Mr. Sholmes is sweet, I mean. Susato, that doesn't help. That doesn't ring a bell. Man, I don't remember. That's right, Suze. And it was me what took him in. Thanks to a tip-off by a good law-abiding citizen. Probably Iris. Probably the child.
The child with Sholmes. Indeed, yours truly. Oh,
Watch
okay,
Gina
cool.
say, no, it was Iris, you dumb fuck. So it's gonna be that pair in the witness stand next, is it? Maybe Sholmes should join them, you know? To explain his side of the story, you know? Something doesn't quite make sense to me, though. The day before Inspector Grayson was found, you hadn't had trouble with the Red-Headed League yet, had you? Why would the inspector have been investigating them?
Well, the likely explanation would be that Gregson's own sleuthhound interest was piqued by the rare scent of weekly £4 income.
I don't think so. I think he's better. I think he's better off than that, honestly.
I don't like when he hides his face like that with his hat, because it really feels like he's lying to us or hiding something.
Right. I mean, considering he's lied before.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse. Good to see you. How are you? Nice, 200 G's. Lovely.
Weekly £4 income. I don't know what that would be in today's money, but I'm guessing it's a reasonable amount.
Let's see. British pounds? Currency conversion from our...
I would say it's like 1860 or something. 1880.
I would say 1890, like turn of the century. 1890.
Works for me.
Okay,
Con
wait, what we're
weekend
gonna
sounds
do
very fun.
is we're gonna do British pound inflation calculator. Okay. Okay, so £4 in 1890, we'll say. Because again, they had like a World's Fair and shit. They have like tech, like steam engines and shit like that. So it's probably 1890s, turn of the century. Okay. So 4 British pounds in 1890 cost in right now is £447.04. Now let's do British pounds, British sterling to USD. So that would be around $600 a week. So basically, I think like if you were basically making unemployment, I think in America.
Could literally like
I think
pay
that's
for your,
unemployment.
I could like pay for like my house mortgage
On one week's worth?
Oh, more than 1 week's worth.
Okay. I was about to be like, hold on, wait a second.
Just,
How low is your mortgage? Which you don't have to say. But I was like, hold on, wait a second.
no, like my monthly, 1 week of this could pay for my monthly.
Fuck me, I barely have that in my account.
Damn.
What doesn't make sense is that Sholmes isn't on the stand too. Maybe he doesn't want to admit his involvement. Have we thought about that yet?
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll be like, well, you know, Sholmes kind of told us this before, so like maybe we should get him involved now, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone just got back from a con. Nice. I also went to a con. I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
Sucks that
especially
lacked
with your
crowd
friendos.
control. What do you like when you say crowd control? Like, what exactly do you mean by that? Like, it was just very crowded, and they just didn't know how to turn people away, or they just didn't know how to like keep lines moving and people like moving through things. Because Pax was really good with it.
I just hope that by that he doesn't mean like the people in the crowd were
She.
like the people in the crowd were like too much, like too rowdy.
Oh yeah. I see a couple friends there. Nice, cool, awesome. I hope you had it. Like, I'm glad you had a good time. Did you get anything cool? Did you see any? Did you get to meet anybody like celebrity wise? Don't tar him with the same brush as you, Sholmes. See, Gina's also on board with this hypothesis, I think. Yes, well, then there's the whole issue of Inspector Gregson being investigated by Lord Von Zieks for some reason. Von Zieks is in the room with you, dude. You could just, you know, like, ask him. Well, no, he's not at liberty to say, I don't think. He signed the NDA. The Reaper, the Red-Headed League, Inspector Gregson, Lord Von Zieks, and Kazuma. Feel as though he knew we'd arrive at this point somehow. Gosh, I think you're right. What's he really trying to achieve here today?
All the answers will soon be revealed. Observe the time, my dear fellow.
You say that so cryptically. Like, do you know something? Like, if you're the cause, just say it. It'll cut out like 6 hours of us trying to figure this out.
If I said I know nothing, would you believe me?
No, absolutely not. Cons are fun. I'm choosing to pass on PAX West this year due to nothing too interesting there this year and just wanting to enjoy a long and relaxing weekend before fall quarter orientation starting in busy walk-in weeks. Starting up for fall quarter, getting closer. Gothic's my guy, that's a run-on sentence. I was waiting for some sort of punctuation to breathe.
Imagine putting periods in your
Imagine
internet.
putting the Oxford comma. But no, that's fair. That's fair. Especially if there isn't like anything. Can you at least put a comma next time, Gothics? For my sanity, please. Oh, Gothics, you'll love this one. I told this one to everyone earlier. I had a student come in on Friday for drop-ins because our semester starts tomorrow, fun fact. And he was like, so like, I'm a little late to getting signed up for classes. He's a returning student, so he was here for at least for the spring semester, if not earlier than that. Probably earlier than that, because I think he's like a senior at this point. And guess when he started trying to register for classes in the system? Guess. I saw him on Friday. Like last week Friday, so 3 days ago. Or 2 days ago. So guess when he actually started to try registering for classes. Because we could see all of it in the system. Fun fact, for anyone who's not aware of that, we could see every registration attempt you ever try to make. And when you actually start to try to register for classes. Wait, last week Friday, Thursday. Ding, 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 you are correct. Wow, you get a grand prize of 1 brain cell.
One of Sholmes' brain cells.
One of
Use it
Sholmes'
wisely.
brain cells. Yes. He did not start trying to register for classes until the day before he met with an advisor. And he was like, so like, I can't find any classes. Can I get like force added into them? I'm like, no. No. That's one more than I have. Good job. You could do math.
It is Sholmes' brain cell, so you might make some mistakes.
Right. That is very true.
I love the concept of a brain cell just bouncing around in someone's head.
Doing,
like
doing,
one of those
doing.
old
Like the fucking
screensavers.
DVD screensaver logo.
Yeah. Changes colors as it comes up with a thought.
I eat paint. Sholmes' brain cell depleted. Please try again. I got to see Neil again along with Tim, Gail, Dale, Paulson, and Andrew Raphael in a panel. Oh, that's so fun. The latter two play D&D sessions live. Oh, that's so fun. I love that for you. One day I will meet Neil in person. But I already have signed prints from him, so like I'm not in any rush. That's not all, and I got some free trinkets from meetups and met some friends from streams such as Amidala. Oh, fun! Very cool. Your cells.
Kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go for it.
I was gonna say, one thing that was really weird for me in BG3 is that whenever I played, my character, for some reason, I couldn't imagine with any of the actual, like, companion characters. And because I was so a bit standoffish with, like, the romance options, for some reason, it was Gail that actually approached me, that tried to, like, I guess it was a romance? It felt like more like an asexual, like...
Oh, like, we're just friends.
Intimacy?
We're just pals. Yeah. Queer platonic relationships, hell yeah.
I still had this, like, strange spiritualism, like, scene with him, but it wasn't, like...
Oh, I think I had that with him, too, early on in Act 1.
Yeah, that's what I had, and then I guess he must have been, like, the closest NPC to me, because whenever I sacrificed my character at the end of the game, he was the only one that...
Oh, spoilers.
Out that yeah, sorry.
I haven't finished it. I'm still stuck in, like, Act 1.5.
It's an option you can have. You don't have to do it, but that is an option that you can have. I'm not gonna say why, but I
can extrapolate and probably figure it out based on what I know from the stories so far. Also, it's probably gonna take me another 3 years to finish it. Like, I'm not. Yeah. I guess because like I'm just not in. Like, I'm not super into like the D&D medium or like the combat style. Because like the story I'm here for. But it's just the combat in between the story that I hate. I hate the combat. If someone else could do the combat for me, that would be great. Because I hate it.
I mean, you could always have somebody play with you. The unfortunate issue is that you would still have to play with them for it. Especially if you wanted to get the more, like, advanced combats. Which you kind of have to engage with if you want to do some of these boss battles. Which I think you might struggle with.
Oh, I absolutely will. I'm struggling in the Underdark. Absolutely, I will struggle. But also, like, another thing is that, like, I want to romance Astarion, but every time I hear Astarion speak, I don't hear Astarion, I hear Neil. I hear his actor. I don't hear it as Astarion, and I can't separate the two of them in my head. Because Astarion, to me, is Neil. It's not a character to me. Like, it is Neil. And I can't bring myself to romance Astarion because of it, even though I want to, because hot half vampire elf, like, hell yeah, or half elf vampire, something of the sort. I don't remember exactly. High elf vampire, whatever the fuck. Like, I want to, but like I can't because it feels like I'm romancing Neil, and that's just gross.
I mean, that's fair. To me, like, whenever I couldn't get behind his character. I like his voice actor, but I couldn't
Neil's
get
great.
behind romancing his character.
Yeah.
Because I just think he's a bit too selfish, personally. And here's the thing. He's not as selfish as he could be. It's more of circumstances.
Right.
I've also held back on playing BG3 after I completed it the first time because, much like you, I'm mostly there for the story, and since I completed it the first time, I'm not really interested in doing it again.
Right.
So,
especially because there is so many branching choices. It's not like Cyberpunk where it's like, oh, you can just replay from meeting Hanako at Embers and then just do all 7 endings in one, and like just back to back plow through all the endings at one go, because like the endings really...
You can make some decisions that are kind of like the mainstay endings, depending on what you did in the third act. Weirdly enough, the third act is the one that me and my friend had the most issue with because of how
I just love that the game is named Baldur's Gate, but you don't actually get to Baldur's Gate until the third act. Maybe that's why it's called Baldur's Gate 3, because you get to Baldur's Gate in the third act.
There's just so much going on in Baldur's Gate by the end of it that's been built up from the beginning.
And I guess like also that's why it's just been such a slow burn, and I just feel no desire to go back to it, which is unfortunate because I really want to. I want to see why people love this game.
I feel like you would just benefit from watching someone else play it more than you would want to play it.
But I want, like, but like, because there's so many branching choices, like, I want to be the one making the choices. I just don't want to do the combat. I hate the combat. I hate it so much. It's so tedious. And the tutorial sucks. It's so bad.
What level are you at, by the way, in the Underdark?
Huh?
What level are you at in the Underdark?
Dude, it's been over a year and a half, 2 years since I've played. I would not be able to tell you.
As you level up, it should get easier. It just depends on. It also depends on how you play, what class you're playing. There are some things where it's like really broken, and some ways that it's
high elf bard.
Okay, so you're essentially a support class. So depending on what characters you bring, might make it harder or easier for you.
I usually had a Starian, Karlach, and Will, I think? I don't remember. It's been a hot minute.
Make it a bit harder on you because you got 3 squishies and 1 not squishy. If you have a bard, if you have Will, which is a warlock, and you have
Karlach.
Astarian. Karlach is a barbarian. So they can be hardy if you use the rage ability, which you have.
Always used rage for Karlach. Absolutely.
It also depends on how you calculate AC, because barbarians generally work better whenever they're using their unarmored defense.
AC is air conditioning to me, buddy. I have, The tutorial kind of sucks. Again.
Essentially, based off their feats, which she's a barbarian, which uses unarmored feat, which means it's based off her con.
You are speaking gibberish to me right now. This is probably not an on-stream conversation.
Why you're having the issues then?
Yeah, because the tutorial teaches you nothing. Much like Dead by Daylight's tutorial, it teaches you nothing. It's kind of like, okay, go have fun. I'm like, there is no fun to be had when I can't do any of the things I need to do. But okay, whatever. It's fine.
You can change these classes using Withers once you find him.
Oh yeah, I found him.
Then you can talk to him about changing both your class and other people's classes
to
something
I want to play a bard.
That's fine. I'm not saying you can't. Then you just have to change other people's classes to better fit your playstyle if you want certain characters.
But how am I supposed to know what my playstyle is?
You have to
do trial and error. You see the problem here?
That's trial and error.
It doesn't condone for a good experience from a first-time player who barely has D&D experience. Proper D&D experience. Because, like, for you, as someone who's played D&D significantly longer than I have ever known D&D existed, probably.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, by the way.
No. I'm not saying you're an expert. But, like, you've played D&D a lot longer than I have probably known of D&D's existence. Because I didn't really know D&D was a thing until, I think, college. So, maybe. I don't remember. But it's just not... The tutorial, it just doesn't really guide you in the way that it should for someone who's completely new to a Dungeons and Dragons-esque combat system. And that's the frustrating part. Because the story, I want to play the story, but it's the combat. I can't do the combat. To me, it's just gibberish on a screen. I feel so lost here. Same. Let me scroll up on chat real quick, then we'll jump back into playing gamey games. Oh shit, I did not mean to scroll ahead. No. I was scrolling in chat. No, Sholmes, no.
I think I read the line that they said.
You probably did. I don't remember what he said either. Stop scrolling in game, please. Thank you. Okay. He just channels him effortlessly. I mean, yes, he does. Like, I mean, because Neil is a fantastic actor, but again, I just can't romance Astarion because of it, unfortunately. Because to me, there's no separation between actor and character, and I don't want to date Neil. That's just weird. Astarion is best used my embrace dirge because she's bloodthirsty. I have no idea what embrace dirge is. I know there's a you could do a dirge run. I know nothing beyond that.
Dirge basically is the only canon character, because essentially you can either play one of the established companions
and do like their,
or you can play a dirge, where the dirge is the only canon character that is a actual ball spawn descendant, which Baal is essentially the god of like murder and a bunch of other like on very bad things.
I got called out when they asked me if I did during the panel. If you did what? I'm confused.
A dirge playthrough.
I'm assuming that's
essentially the dirge has his own like canonical like little playthrough things and like changes that can be made that
cool.
Other customizables can't actually access.
That's cool.
So it's very dark and very bloody.
Ooh, very fun.
Yeah.
Still scared touching it because I don't know D&D, and with what I know, it punishes you in a way for not knowing D&D.
But I'm not gonna do embrace. I'm probably gonna do rejection, which won't matter until the very end, probably.
It's okay. It's just Sholmes. I must go eat noms now, but hopefully everyone has a good time zone. Bye, Spider. Thanks for hanging out. Hope your noms are good. Getting to Baldur's Gate. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the Underdark. If I go back to the game, I will probably have to restart it because I forget 95% of the mechanics of the combat specifically.
You can also multi-class technically, so you could still play like a thing in Bard and like in other classes. Most people multi-class into things.
I might have done that. I frankly, again, it's been 2 years since I've last played it, and I've lost all of my screenshots because my C drive blew up. So another reason, if I were to replay it, I would probably start over. But I really like. I think the max
level you can be is somewhere between 14 and 16, because it's not too surprising, because after a certain level, it kind of gets broken to the point where a game could never really like accomplish that kind of like level of absurdity.
I wouldn't know. You're speaking GPA math to me.
Well, for example, there's like a literal spell called Wish where you can do anything you want essentially with that spell.
Interesting.
So imagine like, my friend died 30 years ago. I wish he would come back to life, and then you can just do that.
Oh, can I have that now? Can I have God mode now?
Yeah, it's essentially God mode, but it's like demigod, because if you start doing things like, I wish I was immortal, gods tend to start taking a look at you, and it doesn't end well, generally.
That's fun, though. Okay, yeah, you did read this line.
This recess will be over very shortly.
Yes, you're right. Good observation skills, Sholmes. I'm very proud of you. Cosmo was determined that he should be the one to prosecute this trial, and he was determined that I should take the defense. Just what is it that he's hoping to make me see, I wonder? I get the feeling we're a long way from the end of this trial yet. Can we see Vampire Daddy, please? I don't think so. They won't let us see him. I'm sad. Go look at the body pillow instead, Susie. Then you'll be satiated.
God damn it. Gossip's gonna come back.
Why did you look ahead?
It was just based on how long the trial was.
Okay, fair enough.
And like a certain testimony has his face in it, and I'm like, oh great, cool.
Oh,
great
maybe
one.
maybe we bring up like his testimony, like, oh well, this is what this guy said before, but don't read more. Don't read more. Are you ready then, Miss Sasato? Yes. For rating Sholmes to teaching grade BG3. Teaching is a very strong word. I think y'all just talked at me, and I was like, I
can try teaching
broken.
you later if you like. Okay.
Not because it's you, because I've set sail on the Baldur's Gate ship a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
I frankly just don't have any interest in it anymore.
So there are some people that understand the system way better than I do, that like understand
Don't
how
worry.
to min-max better than I do.
There's another streamer that I watch that I've met in person, Devi, who plays a lot of Baldur's Gate on their stream, and they are like, hey, if at any point like you want help, let me know. And they did try to like give me a hint on the stuff for where I was stuck on in Underdark. And again, this was like I think last year at some point. So like again, I don't remember what that tip was, but like I think my brain has just mentally moved on from Baldur's Gate.
There is one funny fact about the Underdark that you reminded me of, though, and that was so. There's this gate that's at the beginning of the. You probably don't remember it, but there's a certain gate that's.
That you have to like walk through, and there like you have to like do the levers and shit, I think.
It was something like that. Essentially, there's an enemy that comes up to the gate that tries to break it. If you do a certain way, you can actually make the gate like impossible for him to break, and actually he dies trying to break it. But me being a dumb paladin, like I was like, oh, he's weakened it. Here, let me give it a go. I tried, as my paladin character, try to like break it with my giant hammer, and I damaged myself really badly to the point of death. And so me and my friend that were playing were like, we're gonna have to restart the last save where we entered the Underdark.
Oh, you tried to Reinhardt your way in and it didn't work.
Yeah, we figured out a way to open it up after that, but it was funny. I liked
love that.
it.
I do admire that in Baldur's Gate. You could do some really funny shit.
I got really peeved at one point because there was this. Apparently, I made a promise.
He stood there. We saw him behind.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. On Zieks, you look fabulous.
Fabulous. Slay.
Slay girl.
Slay queen.
We resume the closed court hearing the Baron von Zieks here present, who stands accused of a murder.
Amazing.
Yay!
Wow. Round of applause. Standing ovation.
Yay!
Cheers. Cheers are heard all around the world.
Now then, Prosecutor Asogi. My lord. Have you summoned the witnesses as requested? Yes, the two members of the Red-Headed League who planned and carried out the deception.
Daddy, we will set you free.
They arrived not long ago from local prison by police carriage.
Okay, but you really mean to tell me it took a half hour, no more, to tell the people at the police station or the local prison, like, hey, we need these two fools now at the courthouse? Unless if the courthouse was like the local prison is like, well, no, because it's not connected, because they brought by police carriage. There's no way they brought these fools in within a half hour. No way. Absolutely no way. Man, I love video game time logic. That's my favorite part of Cyberpunk. You can just choose to never go see Hanako at Embers. And then V never dies. The end. He's just eternal now. You finished Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 2 different endings.
Now that's my ending of Cyberpunk. Yeah, he never dies. The end. He just never goes to Hanako Embers, and the engram just doesn't get worse. That's the canon ending.
I never finished Phantom Liberty, unfortunately.
You're not missing, I don't say you're not missing much, because, like, the missions are pretty good, but, like, ending-wise, like, they're all just sad or, like, frustrating.
Which makes sense, everything considered for Cyberpunk. There's no real, like, happy ending,
I mean,
really,
there's
or at
one
least good
ending
happy
in...
ending.
Yeah, there's one ending in Phantom Liberty that, like, to me, is the best outcome for V, even if to him it feels like it's not. But
I mean, it's a good question about, like, whether it's something that is best for you or best for, like, the city.
It was the best for him.
Yeah.
Vincent Cyberpunk lives his life with Carrie, our beloved. Yes, with no more trauma. Can just be a cute little edge runner.
Have you seen the, I saw a short video of what it looks like to play Cyberpunk in third person. It's so goofy.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find the video that I saw,
Okay.
but I make no promises.
Okay.
Here it is, I found it actually.
Ooh, just send it to me. Story's good, I cried. I sent that to you, Gray. You may have, I may have just not watched it. Honestly, when people send me videos, most of the time I'm doing something where I can't actually watch a video, but I need to, like, my brain needs to clear the notification. So I clear the notification and I never actually go and watch the video. Sorry.
Specifically, the mantis arms is just so ridiculous.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's very short, so.
Okay. I may have watched it. I don't remember. It depends on how long ago you sent it, Susie. Yes, the good ending. We got them by carrier pigeon. 2-3 days ago? Oh, then I definitely did not watch it. Nope, did not watch it.
Fair enough. I'll send the two men into the room. Right. Let's go over there. And,
Okay, now that, like, we've talked about this, like, yep, it's, oh god, not the spaghetti!
Why are you eating
not the
spaghetti?
spaghetti! Oh no.
That's a man?
These two men are currently being held by the police on suspicion of attempted extortion.
Not with my voice acting, it won't.
You may omit your occupations, but
Why?
state your names now for the court.
Thieves is what they do.
Who do you want to voice who?
Sorry, I'm thinking about your child voice. I'm like, that would be perfect for the child.
I don't know who this is, and I don't know how old they are, and so I didn't even know what gender they were, apparently, so...
Apparently they're both men.
Yeah.
The game is telling us they're men, so...
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do a good French accent. Fabien de Rousseau. Like, we're fucking risotto over here, alright? Do you want me to be the child, or do you want to be the child?
I am indifferent. It does not matter to me. I can voice child, I can voice this guy, it doesn't matter to me.
Who let the spaghetti in? Chat, tell me, do you want Grant to voice the child, or do you want me to voice the child? I want Grant's child voice. Me too, honestly.
Okay. I'll try my best.
You're gonna do great. It's gonna be fine.
Right. I'm very curious to what this child is, like, going to say more than anything.
Spaghetti.
With fucking bell peppers on it?
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, that's spaghetti with bell peppers on it.
absolutely foul.
That is some endless spaghetti to match the endless fish and chips that we would have had if Gregson were still fucking alive. May he rest in peace.
He's shown his
Sholmes.
power.
Though I will say, Fabian's hair is very stellar. I am Fabien de Rousseau, a descendant of the Great de Rousseau family from Nice, en France.
And my name is Peppino de Rosi.
It's an Italian child. Kind of like the balloon boy from the last case.
I am the third son of the greatest family, de Rosi, the landowners from Napoli.
There's also a fucking composer with the last name. Oh no, Rossini is the composer's last name, not Rossi, but close enough.
The two men first became acquainted at a boarding school for European nobility.
He jumped like Mario.
Yahoo! It is me, Zoi.
Those who graduate from Temsic are the future leaders of Europe. But do you have any idea how boring it is to be born with noble blood? Alors? That's French. I don't remember what it's French for, but it's French. I make it my mission to get the better of the world by employing the little gray cells in my brain.
Are you French? Are you German? You're like all over the place here.
He's from Europe.
He's just like,
It's from Europe.
I'm from continent of Europe.
Employing the little gray cells of my brain. Me!
Italian-sounding
He's employing
names.
me! He's European.
It's like he's got like a weird Italian sounding name with like a French accent.
No,
but,
Rousseau
like,
is French.
Is it? Okay.
Rousseau's French.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's French.
Maybe I'm just an uncultured American that thinks Italians and French are too alike.
No, that's fair. That is all I am trying to do, huh? So, that's the only reason for this whole grand deception you've been carrying out? Oui. You could say that.
Not bad, eh? It was a grand ideas, but the petty plans.
I'm so glad you're getting a kick out of this.
This is such a good idea. I have actual tears in my eyes.
The strange combination is the charm of the hilarious brother.
What the fuck? The hilarious brother.
I had to correct myself because I almost said hilarious, but hilarious.
Oh my god. This is the one time I hate wearing glasses on stream. Because I have to like dip underneath them to wipe my eyeballs. Wow.
Wipe away the tears of joy.
Wait, is this literally Mario and Luigi?
See, couple?
See, it's not French.
Listen to me, Peppino. Peppini. I have two things to say to you.
Che, are you about to tell me one of your grand antidotes, Viv?
Firstly, I want you to stop calling me this capo. And secondly, we're not the hilarious brothers. This is serious business.
Capello, there it is! Wahoo! The capo's trap card, the Pharaoh blow!
Also, I find it so funny that he's like, oh, don't call me capo. But that's like an Italian word. It's not like a nickname. I forget what capo means, but it's used in music terminology like all the time. But like, if they went to like some European boarding school, wouldn't they have learned the surrounding languages?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say is that like all of this seems so forced that I'm pretty sure that it's fake. Like, because it sounds like they're using so many different mix match of like European things, I don't think it's
like the
actually,
romantic
like,
languages, yeah, of like German, French, Italian.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
it's just
some
like
Spanish.
stereotypes.
Yeah.
Because they said C, which I'm pretty sure isn't a French thing. They use Z, which I'm pretty sure isn't French or Italian. It's so that's the reason why I think they're using mixtures. we see.
I mean,
Okay,
C is
fair enough.
definitely
I don't know.
Spanish. It could be maybe Italian. I'm not super familiar with Italian. Oui is French.
This is all based off of movies.
But
by
also, like,
Americans that I'm
I think for
referencing.
Rousseau, I think they're doing the Z because they want to, like, because without the voice acting, because there is no voice acting, we don't know how to interpret the accent, so they have to physically write the accent out.
And that could be it. It could be that.
Because that's
it's
what
just the
when I
wording.
wrote my book, I had to do that. Because there's a character called Matthias, however you want to say his name, who speaks English, but it's like an amalgamation of like different ways to speak English, or like with the different accents of English because of his native tongue is not English. So I had to physically write out how he would pronounce words. Because otherwise you're just gonna think like, oh, he's just speaking plain English, no accent, but when he really does have an accent and you can't understand it or like you're not gonna get that by just reading it, you know?
I mean, I'm also basing this off the fact that they're liars that trick people
True.
for money.
True. Google says capo means boss, chief, leader. Oh. That must
Is
have a different
capo-
mean in music.
Is capo Italian or is it French?
I think that's
That's one of the reasons-
Italian. That is Italian.
Because this is the reason why I hate how Latin is the root word for everything, because then
Because it's like,
everything
okay, but
has-
where is it from?
Yeah, it's like
Fragile must be Italian.
It also doesn't help that Spain is also
Spain is pain.
Latinized. Italian, okay. This is exactly what I mean by I feel like they're using different words around Europe because this is just what's expected of them from nobility, quote unquote. Which I don't actually believe. I don't think they're
Right.
actually nobility. I think they're fucking up their asses. It is the capo, the fiero, the meaning of your words.
The court has been led to believe that under the banner of the Red-Headed League, you have conspired to swindle money from unsuspecting members of the public. Is that true?
Oh, so they were arrested for being the conspirators of the Red-Headed League. Okay. I thought it was just like two dudes who were part of it, but not like the actual conspirators who created it. Okay. Oui, c'est ça. That is French. I think it's a conjunction. And then ça, I think, is... It is, maybe, I think?
Yes, it is.
And what exactly was the nature of this deception by which you planned to defraud?
Alors, I will explain it.
No, capo! Leave it to me!
Oh god, get the child off of the high chair, please.
I'm a drunk. The spaghetti had the alcohol. As you see, we both have the vivid red hair, no?
The red wine sauce had a little bit too much wine.
We have to put the alcohols and everything for the blood of Jesus.
Because we're Italian.
That's cool, we were teased for it with this without pity. The capo here, he was many times behind the schoolhouse, trying like the three of them. Ye Zieks dogs! One day the world will respect us Reddits! Every night he would bury your head in the pillow and weep for the
C'est bien, Peppino, enough. I will explain the rest. Also, does his shirt not go down? Is that his belly button?
It is indeed. Has my
With
pants
the
on the bottom.
panties unbuttoned? Oh,
You
Lord.
can say that this is a rental.
Jesus fucking Christ.
This is what you wanted, is it not? Are you not things?
The first step was the newspaper advertisement. About 1 week before the plan was put into operation, we listed the same notice in every paper in London. Yes, we saw that notice. We are entertained. It was this one, I believe, entitled To the Red-Headed League. Oui, c'est ça. I am honored that you have it. You have seen it. State that the only condition for joining the league is having flame-colored hair, and that if you satisfy the interview panel and are admitted into the league, you could receive a weekly income for £4.
On the date specified, red-headed hopefuls gathered in droves at a park specified in the advertisement. And from each person present, this pair took an application fee of 5 shillings.
Oh, so the application fee. And then if they don't admit anybody into the red-headed club, then they get all the
Money.
earnings. And with the money to France. It was a plan most elegant, no?
No, it was most dishonorable.
Get him, Cosima.
But to be frank, I understand anybody was foolish enough to be taken in by such an obvious trick.
People are desperate for money sometimes. The idea, I will say this though, Cosma. Some people are desperate enough to like go after
Yeah.
it. If it means, all they have to do is just prove that they're a redhead, and they can possibly get some money back.
With
You know how many
literally
people-
every hair on their body being red.
Yeah.
The park was described as by one witness as choked with red-headed folk like a coster's orange barrow.
What's that mean?
I don't fucking know, man.
And the day on which all these men gathered to apply was the day before the victim was discovered. Crucially, these two men spoke face to face with every single person present that day.
But how would they remember everybody, though? Unless if they have pictures of everybody.
I assume they just based it off the names on the paper.
Well, no, because like if Cosmo's trying to go with like they spoke face to face with everybody there. If he's trying to go by like the okay, do you recognize this man's face of Gregson? Would they be able to be like, no, yeah, he was there, or was he not there? But like, if they don't have like, I wouldn't be able to trust it, you know, because again, like eyewitness testimony is not necessarily like the most trustworthy thing in the world.
Yeah, we'd have to cross-examine, I think, to figure out why he might specifically remember Gregson. It's not impossible if
unless if they're
Gregson.
like, because like, I mean, I have students who come in my office every day, especially when we're like super busy. And like, there will be most of them, like, I won't remember after the fact, but there will be some that I do remember for one reason or another, you know?
Right. So
whether it be like we had like a really good conversation, or because their case is a shit show.
Their pants were unzipped. They just like said something that was really awful.
We actually did have that happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Someone came into our drop-in virtual meeting, and would only speak with a woman, female presenting advisor, and would only turn their camera on after. I mean, cameras aren't mandatory, and then expose themselves, and they weren't a student, so we had to crack down on like our drop-in link, which is changed now regardless because we have to use Zoom. But
what a freaking weirdo.
yeah, that was a fun day at the office. It was a very fun day at the office. But are we good for a 5-minute break? You want to hop off in an hour, right?
At least, yeah.
Okay, sure. We can hop off at the hour-ish, depending on where we're at. But we'll take a 5-minute break now, just so that I can go wash my hands and eat more of my cookie. And then we'll come back. We'll probably get through some of the first testimony, depending on how this chapter is structured, and then we'll probably leave it there for the night. But I appreciate you all chilling, hanging out, do some self-care stuff. We'll be back in 5 minutes to continue with this case before we head off for the night. So see you all in 5.
What we need to do, so it doesn't tell me the entire length.
Right. Yeah, and also depends how much we yap, because we do like to yap. Hello, welcome back. We're just Grant and I were just chatting on like how we're gonna wanna.
For the yappers.
Yes, we are yappers. We are very much yappers. Which I'm here for the yapping, but it makes it really hard for us to then gauge like how long it's gonna take us to But we're gonna play about another 45 minutes or so, or whenever we feel like is gonna be a good stopping point before the next thing. But In terms of stream schedule, tomorrow night I'll be live again with Dead Take Part 3 at a later start time than usual. Then Tuesday we'll be continuing with Beyond Two Souls, and then next Sunday, most likely, we will be continuing with Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I'll keep you all updated about that schedule change once it happens. But okay, yeah, so they spoke face to face. Oui, I have seen more red-headed people in one day than I will be see for the rest of my life.
See, and now, every time I see the couple's hair, I feel sick to my stomach.
Gee, thanks, buddy.
It might also be the spicy spaghetti.
Anyway, why have we been summoned here today? Sorry? The date for our trial was not until tomorrow, I was told.
Naturally, neither of these men have been told any details about this trial. They've only been shown this photograph.
Oh, so it being
Look at
draped
this
like this is actually
photograph.
going to be good because they don't actually see that he's not a redhead. That's like the only
just
good
so
thing about this
silly.
image.
It's just so silly to me because you can obviously see the rest of his hair isn't actually red, so this is such a silly freaking concept.
Right.
Very good. So, Mr. Rousseau and Mr. Rossi, you will now give your formal testimony for the court.
I was trying to remember why it bothered me so much, and it's because of that. It's because none of his other hair is red.
Oh, right,
so
yeah. He should have borrowed Sholmes' special juice he
Yeah.
had. Special body serum, I guess.
I can understand why he
paint.
investigated. I can understand why he
Sorry.
would investigate these people if they're going to be heading into France with all this money,
Right.
since he was supposed to go there afterwards.
Well,
Yeah,
the subject
interesting.
of the gentleman pictured in this photograph.
Yeah, that's very interesting if they were going to go to France, but, or not Sholmes. Other guy, the better guy. Gregson was supposed to go to France.
To France, yeah.
No one
He was
wants
transferring
Sholmes'
over there right
juice.
enough. Jesus fucking savage.
Okay, moving on. Of course, we are always ready to help with the law. Sure, until you're actually committing a crime against the law, then okay. Witness testimony. The man in the photograph. I'm starting
this
with the
photograph.
man in the photograph. I liked yours better, by the way.
Fair enough.
Look at this photograph. We had
It's a
more.
fun one.
We had more than 1,000 red-headed people assembled in the park on Lime Street that day.
But they don't recall the man. It's a photograph.
I mean, also, again, like, the logic of, like, if they saw over 1,000 people, there's no way you're gonna remember one face.
Yeah.
Unless if they just stuck out so much in your memory. No, I don't remember him. Obviously, he is dead now, but I assure you, he was not in the park.
His victim has nothing to do with us.
You have a lot to answer for, Peppino. Is it your fault that we got caught in the first place? Brother throwing his dude under the bus.
You've given sworn testimony that this man in the photograph was not present. Can you be certain?
Also, can maybe someone like Gina say he was in the park? Or, you know, Sholmes? Because Sholmes was there.
Sholmes? What do you mean, Sholmes, of all people?
What do you
He's not
mean,
he's not
Mr. Sholmes?
suspicious.
Suspicious? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Oui, I am quite certain. We did not interview this man.
Nobody escaped to the park, and yes, I can promise.
Watch these criminals actually be telling the fucking truth.
With all of my spaghetti. It must be noted that you've been arrested for a grand deception of. Accordingly, this court has very little confidence in your assertions.
You know what's kind of funny to me is, like, I was just seeing, like, a scene from Suits today,
Mhm.
and it was so freaking silly, and it kind of reminds me of this bit about how, like, essentially what the judge saying, like, you have been arrested for grand deception, as it makes it sound a bit like this is a foregone conclusion.
Right.
But, like, essentially one of the prosecutors, it was defense. He was playing the defense for this guy, and some other lady randomly comes in and is like, I object to this like hearing about whether or not to have a court case because this defense lawyer is currently on trial to possibly losing his license and shouldn't be able to like work in this case, even though it's like and so essentially she's like, excuse me, judge, but this guy is possibly going to lose his like bar license, and of course he points out, it's like, but I haven't though. And which the judge is like, yeah, if he hasn't lost his ability to be a lawyer yet, then you can't just come in here and just wait for me to find out if he's guilty or not.
Right.
You have to
innocent until proven guilty. Yeah.
And so she's essentially walking like, you must presume him guilty until he is proven innocent. And it's so freaking, she just walks in and just says objection. She has nothing to do with this trial. So this federal prosecutor just walks in that should know better than to do that.
Right.
He just should have been like knocked out of the courtroom at that point. But
right, yeah.
So freaking silly.
Right. Like, I always want to believe students when they're telling me the truth, but like, students don't like to be truthful. They like to bend the truth a little bit. But like, I can't call them on it unless if I'm like, well, like, you're saying you started registering back in April, but like, you never actually hit the submit button until like Thursday at 10 o'clock at night. So like,
With this attitude, we get nowhere.
he's really a sulking now. Thanks, Runo.
He's really a sulking now.
This confidential document was obtained directly from Scotland Yard.
Ooh, we have confidential files. Does that mean like Sholmes can, or not Sholmes, Monzies can tell us about his NDA now?
It records any entry for the inspector's private diary dated the day before the incident.
Ooh, okay.
It reads, Lime Street, Redhead League, undercover. I have the answer with my fork of gold.
With like some tinge of like silver too. Like, what the fuck's going on there, bud?
It is from me eating it. You see it is fake gold paint over silver. Maybe there was another similar event in the park on the day in question, eh? Shut up.
That is ridiculous.
Is it, the capo?
There's no question that Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League. He got acid on it. Which means it's quite possible that's when he was killed.
Very well, the defense may proceed with the cross-examination now.
Ah, yes, my lord. Is this where we press every statement? No?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna look through the statements again before I tell you what I think is what we have to do.
Hey, capo.
Hey, capo. No.
Wahoo.
This victim is a nothing to do with us. Do we press any other statements prior to statement 4? Because I want to go in, like...
Yes.
Okay.
We don't press statement 4 at all, actually.
Statement 3?
Yep.
Do we press statement 1 or 2?
We've only pressed statement 3.
Yeah, because... Yeah, because, like, even in the like, sure, like, the picture shows that he's bleeding out, but, like, and obviously he is dead now, but they don't tell them that he's dead.
I think it's more about, like, how can he assure us that he wasn't there at the park if there's hundreds of people? How can you say for certain that you don't know if he was there? It's like a catch-22, because either you knew he was there and thus you're trying to say you've never seen him at the park. You're like basically saying like, I assure you he wasn't at the park. How can you assure us there unless you knew he was there in some other way?
Yeah.
Or maybe he actually doesn't believe it because of how ridiculous he looks with that wig compared to his like other hair.
Right. But according to what you said, you spoke with 1,000 or more people that day. Oui, that's true. My eyes are burning by the end of the day. Surely then you can't actually remember every single face. How are you so certain that this particular man wasn't present?
Normally the red hair is very distinctive, eh?
So, wait, so are you saying like, oh yeah, this guy has a wig on?
But when you have 1,000 redheads crowding around, then it's just just an eyesore.
Then you can't actually say that like definitively that he was there.
I think what he's going to say is like, if he is in a sea of redheads, comparatively, considering that he may have that red hair, but his other hair being gray would have stood out.
Right.
But if there was some other information you could give us, maybe then we could recall.
I don't know, maybe Sholmes? Maybe Sholmes can give that information too, you know?
Imagine Sholmes providing some helpful benefit.
That is not the line, Peppino. Remember, we do not remember him. We are sure of that fact. I'm sorry, what? Did we all just collectively read that together?
I did. It's very weird. Are you quoting from a script?
If there were a man with the red hairpiece, but his mustache did not match the color, then I do not think I could have forgotten him. Cosmo said these two had only been shown that photograph and they had been told nothing else at all. But what if I just fed them just one other detail about the victim, for example? I'm thinking his fish and chips.
No.
His name?
No.
So his profession.
Yeah.
But why would he... Okay.
I don't know until we ask.
Can certainly appreciate that just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember in this situation. But what if I told you that the man in the red hair piece was actually a detective? I would have fed them the fish and chips.
Yeah, honestly.
Honestly, because like, if we're going based off of features that would make you stand out, bro has fish and chips.
His
like,
profession
but
is not the
also
first
like,
note
why
above.
would, like, if he's going undercover as a cop for the Scotland Yard, why would he tell them that he's a detective? Like, to me, that makes no sense.
Excuse me, good sirs, but I'm a detective.
I'm
Maybe
a
he
detective
should-
for Scotland Yard.
What if Sholmes fucking like threw him under the bus so that like he could get in good with them?
Wait, yeah, because he was arrested at Sholmes' apartment. Wait, he was arrested. They were arrested at Sholmes' apartment.
Yeah.
So,
I'll
like,
I'll take your word for it because I don't remember.
no, they were. Because, like,
Yeah.
I think they just mentioned that, like, a little bit ago. They were arrested at Sholmes' apartment. Like, I think the day Gregson was found. What if the three of them are in on it?
Maybe. I don't know what they would have to gain by murdering a guy.
I mean, Sholmes.
Sholmes might have
Sholmes?
a motive. Sholmes might have a motive, but I don't know if the other two would. I don't know enough about these two other than they're like stealing petty money from people.
Right. The man in the photograph, a detective. Yes.
It would appear he found your notice in the paper suspicious and decided to investigate incognito.
Sorry, but this changes nothing. And then we're gonna pursue this guy, right?
Indeed.
Excuse me.
Scusa. Something to add, Mr. De Rossi. De Rossi?
What does it mean, dear Rossi? Chelsea, I'm always adding something. Parmesan, olive oil, pepper.
That actually sounds really fucking good right now. I can go for some pasta with some Parmesan, olive oil, and pepper on it. Oh, chef's kiss.
It is a spicy.
What I mean is, did you not agree with your friend's last remark by any chance? But also, like, wouldn't Sholmes also say he's a detective? So maybe they're gonna get him confused with Sholmes.
Maybe.
Yeah, what did he just say about the detective?
Bro's trying to flap his wings like fucking Flappy Bird. Keep your mouth shut, Peppino. You have said enough already. Sorry, I made him Italian too.
But why, Capo? What is the problem? There was a man who said, I'm an inspector from Scotland Yard.
Again, why would he out himself as a detective?
It's gotta be Sholmes that said that.
It's gotta be
surely.
Sholmes. It's gotta be Sholmes. Also, because, wait, hold on.
All right.
How does, so Sholmes describes himself as a great detective.
Yep.
Gregson describes himself as an inspector. So there's a difference. There's a difference in how they describe themselves. So, like, Gregson is always an inspector. Sholmes is always a detective. So I'm wondering if that's gonna... Maybe Sholmes was, like, again, like, as you were saying, throwing Gregson under the bus.
That's what I'm thinking. I just assume most things that don't logically make sense are somehow coming from Sholmes.
You know what? That's fair. That's a fair that's a fair,
It's just like throwing a fucking red wig on a guy that has no other red hair on him.
Right, yeah. Only he is fucking dumb enough to do so.
Because, like, any normal, like, human being would look at that and be like, well,
No.
obviously that was planted.
No. What?
Good lord.
It's like throwing a smoke packet on someone that never smokes. It's like, what?
Right.
Order. Explain this volte-face in your testimony, please.
You see, a man who was a septic park said,
There is no such man.
Madame, what are you saying, Capo? Have you forgotten, eh?
I have forgotten nothing. Nothing like this came to... Nobody like this came to the park.
Basta, Capo, basta! You bet me at many things, but not two. The Mary and the meals. What's pasta mean?
Want pasta.
Like I said, when it's time to eat the pasta, no one is a faster. I hate that like that.
But you are inferior to me in every other way, so shut up.
Objection!
We're just yelling objection for no reason, huh, Bruno?
Yes, you are
Oh,
fat.
never mind. They're in on this together.
We're all in this together once we know who the pasta.
Hey, Incog. We're investigating the pasta Mario Pasta dude and his French brother. The boys are
Mario
together. Dom and Brad. Look at that. That rhymed. I also want pasta now. Maybe I'll make pasta tomorrow for lunch. I pasta at 4 in the morning. Todd. The damage is done.
Indeed it is, sir.
Mario Pasta do with his French croissant brother? Yes, exactly.
I'm Italian, he is a French, are we brothers? No one knows!
Oui, there was a man who came to the park and he said he was an inspector from Scotland Yard. I keep making him Italian on accident. However, he looked nothing like the man in the photograph. He was someone else. Oh, so it's Sholmes. It's gonna be Sholmes.
It's gonna be Sholmes.
It's gonna be Sholmes.
How did we not we figured this out ages ago?
We figured this out, like, I think, like, at least 2 streams ago. That, like, Sholmes is involved at the very least.
I was like, this gotta be.
How can you be so sure? Because, to start with, his face was completely different. He's Crusade's like a little baby face. Talon's French and the Humpty Dumpty is Italian. Yes, yes.
Unless he had other parts of the disguise that wasn't just the hairpiece, but like, why
Right.
did he have the hairpiece by that point if he took off everything else? See, it's true, it's true. The man who came was younger.
It's Sholmes. It's Sholmes.
His face was clean shaven, his eyes were sad, his chin was thin.
He has sad eyes.
He also would pull down the little cap that would hide his eyes when he lied.
No resemblance whatsoever, then.
Judge, sir, it's the other detective inspector guy. You know, Sholmes. It's him. It's him.
I understand why the judge wouldn't know, because we actually saw Sholmes in the red hair. Like,
we're privy to information that probably even the prosecuting doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was not going to be fooled. I took the obvious precaution and said to him, "You are really a detective. Show us the proof."
See, the capo here. He doesn't take no nonsense, eh?
Can we fucking call in Sholmes to this fucking room? He's probably watching in the gallery, watching this shit go down. Because I would imagine, like, because, like, why would they, because, like, remember, Rousseau is like, we're not supposed to say that we saw this guy. We're not supposed to say anything. And then now they're like, oh, well, the jig's up. Who would tell them not to say anything? Unless if it was Sholmes.
Now they're probably fucking confused, because they're like, a detective told us not to mention him. Now there's the detective dead, so...
Right, because they know nothing else about this case. Also, I'm so waiting for Sholmes to swing in from a fucking chandelier from the gallery and be like, does somebody call? But he was well prepared. He said he had identification. Maybe he's gone back to being a live waxwork in the fucking gallery. Identification? You mean official police inspector's identification?
That is most unconvincing.
Sorry, my lord?
Counsel, no incognito inspector would offer his identification for inspection. It's quite out of the question.
But what if it was dumbass Detective Sholmes?
What if it was not really a detective?
What if it wasn't really the inspector? What if it was someone else?
Definitely. Why would he expose his true identity?
Clearly the papers were fake.
Certo, capo, you are a genius. As we in Italia, it takes a thief to recognize another, eh?
And what happened after he announced that he was a detective? He became very annoying. He said, "You are under investigation." Of course Sholmes would say that. So I took his papers from him and chased him out of the park. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that though, Rousseau. Why didn't you call us?
It was fantastic, fantastical. And look, here is the identification.
Oh, fucking bet.
So you stole it from the man.
Damn, they robbed him. Man, Sholmes. Please, can we see that footage? I want 4K, 60p.
Sorry, I forgot I had to voice him.
He added the coming. He made us very scared.
When you voice something so differently that it just
Right.
someone else is supposed to come in.
But he was not. Who said he was? He was.
Indeed, the very person described does not appear to have behaved as a true inspector would.
Because Sholmes would not behave like a true inspector would.
However, I believe it would be prudent for these identifications to be entered into evidence.
We're gonna inspect the shit out of
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Me like them.
But I like them.
Sorry, I don't know.
Identification. Okay.
So the witness testimony.
His balls dropped.
Did they have ages?
Okay.
Probably not.
Alright, we can
Open the
open.
shit.
Open sesame. Well, I suppose we should see what this inspector's identification looks like inside. Oh man, I was fully expecting a picture. Dang. Yes, it definitely looks fake, doesn't it? How would we know that, sir? Out of interest, what name is given? Probably just something plucked out of the air. It's Tobias Gregson? Well, that's a plot twist.
I fucking swear, Sholmes, did you steal this from him? Did you pickpocket him?
Oh my god, he's the real kleptomaniac here. Wait, what? This Scotland Yard insignia looks genuine to me. And the plot thickens because Incog knows how this plays out. The plot does thicken. Maybe like the sauce on those spaghetti noodles. But how? And the department identification number details are all correct as well. Since when you have known those? Do you mean to say? I know it seems incredible, but yes. I think this is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. But that's unbelievable. This is the real thing after all. Anything else we can inspect here?
Do you think maybe he did this so that he could try to prove more alibis to say that Gregson was doing other things when he was really dead?
You know? I love and hate your brain. Because, like, you know, that tracks. That, you know, that makes sense. Makes so much sense. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just in my mind thinking, like, for that Kronk meme's like, oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It's funny you say this because I'm having chicken pasta tomorrow. Oh, nice. I might make pasta for lunch tomorrow.
Share with the class.
I will try. Not sure how it'll be good after I ship it, though. Okay. Victim has nothing to do with us. Okay. What do next?
We're supposed to present.
Present. Are we presenting on statement 3?
That is one of the statements we can present on.
What's the other one?
Statement 4.
Sure, we'll present. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Here. And presenting the inspector identification.
Indeed.
Objection.
I wonder, thonk, 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 if I could ask you to examine this identification book very closely. Miss Lestrade.
Miss Lestrade? What is your intention here, Counsel?
Oh, because she would be able to say, like, no, this is legit. Because she's worked with Gregson, she'll be able to say, like, this is real. Is this really a fake or is it genuine? That's the question, which we can't answer ourselves, obviously.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm going to be ridiculous, sir.
Be on your knees. No Scotland Yard detective
Yes,
will allow
sir.
this, his or her identification to be stolen.
Hold it. She just ran down from the galley. No, she jumped from the galley down here.
She's very agile.
I mean, she was a pickpocket for like most of her life until now.
Yeah.
Oh, I need water before I do this. Like Sholmes would steal the living fuck with it. Oh yeah, he would. Absolutely he would. That is the boss's, no question about it. As I suspected. The undercover the undercover detective who attended the Red-Headed League's enrollment on the day in question was the real Inspector Gregson, carrying out an incognito investigation. But we don't know if it was him, though.
Why would he do that?
And again, if they're saying, like, an undercover cop would never give out this information. But wait, he did actually say it in quotes, though. The undercover detective, it's in quotes.
Why was he undercover? If he's not really, if he's just gonna tell them.
Well, no, like he put undercover detective, like both words are in quotes. So unless if like Riono is already thinking like a step ahead of like, no, this is Sholmes pretending to be Gregson for some reason.
Let's see where he goes with it.
Zutalo. Oh, he's on the ground.
And they got a box for the other guy.
Order, order.
But if the boss had his identification stolen, he would have reported it straight away.
Now he was
Unless
fucking
he's
dead.
dead. Oh my fucking god, he fucking dead. Miss Keisha. Mr. Gregson. I mean, he was always on at me about it. If you lost some summit, report it at once, he'd say. Could it be then that the inspector was physically unable to report it? Oh, Bruno.
Because
Oh,
I think
Bruno,
he's-
already on it.
Because if he'd known he'd lost it,
He wouldn't have reported it.
yeah. If he's dead.
And that too. Line.
Oh, right, sorry.
Physically, huh? What are you saying?
Sorry.
No, you're good,
I'm
you're
not
good.
used to being the child.
Unable to? You're not suggesting.
Yes, it's quite possible that he was killed before he had the chance to report his identification stolen.
No. Order, order, order.
With 3 exclamation points, so you know it's serious. The defense posits that the victim was killed the day before his body was discovered at a different location. Do you two have anything to say about that? Cosmo took 30 points more damage from that statement.
Yeah, one knows. I know nothing, yee. I know nothing, yee.
Pull yourself together, man. Pull yourself together, Peppino.
I'm on 6.
Monsieur, you can behave a little more like a master criminal than that, no?
This is what happens in Germany and Italy. We drink at a young age. Now we should return to Italia. They have a lot more wine.
Critical hit. Stop crying, Peppino, please. Otherwise, Loom, stop your whining and stop talking.
I believe the court will not. Story. No.
Nothing.
But you will tell everything, or face the worst possible outcome.
Cries in French.
You'll dry your eyes and testify again.
At the beginning of their testimony would be a good place to stop.
Okay, sure.
About these identification papers and the precise circumstances on which you came by them.
Le sob, le cry,
The Cree.
the cree. For crying out loud, literally. All right,
Tiny
we will
noise.
stop here. Basically, all signs point to Sholmes. What a day. What a moment in time, really. I just
Jeez
need Sholmes to take
Christ.
the stand at this point. Cause like Bruno is almost there. Cause like that's like the thing that like frustrates me with like detective games like this is like, well, and again, we could be wrong. We could be very wrong. But
Yeah.
like if we're on the case of like we're right, like I wish there's like a way to like be able to skip some of like the hoops if you already know what the outcome is going to be. Or like, hey, can we test to see if this is like a thing? Like, can we test like, hey, can we call Sholmes to the stand and here's our logic behind it? And if the logic is like, if we're in the right track of the logic, the game will naturally like unveil like, okay, so like this is how we get there type of thing.
Yeah.
But I understand like
I-
why they have to do like this many steps, because like again, younger
get as
Gray
much
would have
information as
been
possible.
dumbfounded, like what the fuck is happening.
Yeah. By the way, I was looking at the guide to see what the next testimony, like what the next steps are, and it tells me what the testimony is supposed to be. Like it tells me which lines because I need to know which statements need to be pressed.
Sure.
And it is a wild next testimony.
Oh, I'm excited.
It is. I have no idea if they're bullshitting the whole thing or not, but it is wild.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I can't wait for next week. You guys are gonna be so freaking confused.
We're gonna start off next week with a fucking bang, man. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's gonna be so good.
Absolutely wild.
Well, Grant, it was lovely having you yet again.
Indeed, I'm glad I could do funny child Italian voices.
Best choice I made tonight, honestly.
More of the wee
Wee,
woo.
wee, wee, wee. I've started building out my soundboard on my stream deck. That I might need to add.
You need to add the I'm an alcoholic at some point. I love
Well,
it.
like I don't know, because
too
like
much.
soundboard stuff, like I want it to be like things that like I know like I'm going to use in terms
Okay,
of
fair
like,
enough.
okay, like this would be like a fun sound effect to have, because I have V's line from Cyberpunk of like when he goes, huh, interesting. I have that one. I also have there's the law YouTuber that I watch said like, chat, what the fuck is happening? Which valid. Then I also have like the air horn sound, like the bow, 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 bow. So like it's gotta be like the sound that goes on the soundboard versus like a sound that chat can redeem are two different things. Like the I'm an alcoholic would probably be one like chat can redeem at some point, but I need to rework those anyway. It's a very slow and painful process.
Yeah, whatever sound bites you want or need, if I can provide, I'm happy with.
All right, I'll let you know. All right, let's see where we shall raid to. Peter, why are we freaking out? We're just looking for raid targets, man. It's not that deep. Also, if you would like to sit in a VC, you can, but otherwise, if you need to go hop off for sleepy times, you are more than welcome to do so.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head off then, because I'm gonna try to get as much sleep as I can before
Yes,
the
please
next
do
shift.
so. Go get some rest. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here, Grant. Everyone say bye to Grant.
Bye,
Obligated right now.
everybody. Thank you for the kind words, and thank you, Gray.
Yes.
See you all next week.
Yeah, see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Alright, I'm gonna close out a game. I did save my game, right? We're gonna double check that I did save my game. We're gonna save it again, for old time's sake. Now we're gonna exit the game. And it's gonna make me save again. Because it's like, you wanna save before you leave? Yeah, I'll take another save file. Sure. Why not? I generally look forward to Sundays now because of this. Good, I'm glad. All right, we're gonna raid on over to No Way Jose. I had to double check the pronunciation. Because the way she has it spelled is different than what's actually pronounced as. But we're gonna raid on over to No Way Jose, who is playing Observer System Redux. Redux? I don't know. I can't remember. English is hard, all right? This is actually a game I've been wanting to check out for a while, like a very long time, and they did like a re-release or something like that. So it's kind of like a cyberpunk detective game with like some type of psychological horror elements to it. Kind of reminds me a lot of Nobody Wants to Die, but with like more Reduc quack. Kind of reminds me a lot of Nobody Wants to Die, but a little bit more, a little horror-y. So we're gonna go right on out to her. If you like what she's up to, please drop a follow on her channel. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. As of the upcoming schedule, tomorrow night we're gonna be starting a little later just because it will be my evening day, so I have to be logged on and working until 8 o'clock. And of course we're playing Dead Take, so naturally I'm gonna take my time with it, and when I get anxious, we're gonna be done for the night. Tuesday, we're gonna continue with Beyond Two Souls, aka Stranger Things before Stranger Things even became a thing. So that's fun. The next Sunday, we will continue with the madness that is Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which has fucked up shit happening next time, and I'm really excited about it. So I appreciate you all hanging on out with me tonight. Appreciate y'all lurking and chatting with us and just enjoying y'all's company. So we will see you all real soon. Hope you all have a good rest or a good start to your week, and I'll see you all real soon. My name is Aaron Gray, Queer Twitch streamer, signing off.